Ah. Yeah. Okay. Here we are again. Here we are once again. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. How are we all doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, yes. Here we go. Hey, welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the On Cinema Chill stream. Here on the Klman channel with me, Klman. Number 40, number 40. Wowie wee wow. Yeah, we're back. It's time. We're here again. Thanks for joining Botrix. Number 2. Who the fuck's number 1? I must be Zach Bonfante with the Super Chat, baby! Yeah! Woo! Let's go! Thanks very much for that, Zach. Appreciate that dono from earlier on yesterday, buddy. Sincerely appreciated, man. We'll be getting into all that in a minute. In the meantime, hello. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Pleasure to see you all. Hope you're ready for some more on cinema at the cinema. Specifically, we're going to be watching some Decker. Yeah, because if you remember from, well, many streams ago, a couple of times I brought this up, Decker had some television broadcasting time on Adult Swim, okay? And yeah, they had 3 seasons, I believe. I can't remember, Mind Wipe and another one, the names of which I can't remember. So I couldn't watch them because they're Adult Swim, and Adult Swim content is not available here in the United Kingdom. But because the United Kingdom is turning into an online police state that wants your Face ID and your passport information and all this fucking bullshit on every fucking website that you go to now that has 18 over content for the children's safety, quote unquote, I decided to get a VPN because fuck that noise. I'm not fucking buying into that shit. That fucking surveillance shit. That 1984 Orwellian catastrophe shit. I'm not doing it. So I got a VPN, and VPN means I can pretend I'm a Yank. Sorry, I am a Yank. You know, we're here in Indiana, and we're going to be watching some Decker and Adult Swim, or Adult Swim. Yeah. Hey, it's movie time! I'm freaking menu on the stream. Hope we're doing well. Good to see you. Also, please let me know if my microphone starts sounding staticky anytime. I think there's a problem with my XLR cable. I think I need to replace the XLR cable because every time I unplug it and plug it back in, it's fine. But then I feel like if I fucking move it, it starts acting up again. So yeah, please let me know if that happens anytime at all during the stream, because it's very irritating and it doesn't sound very good on VODs when it's just fucking static nonsense in the background. I'm not a big fan of it. Hey guys, Leprechauna, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome. Welcome. Very exciting times here for the Klman channel. Very exciting times. But yeah, keep me abreast of that. Z German for the doc. Dr. Edward Richthofen from the Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies series of games developed by Treyarch. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretending to be a dirty Los Angeles Yank, I think it is. Is that what I'm on right now? Where does it say? It just says, I don't think it specifies on computers, on your phone, on your mobile. It tells you exactly what state you're in. Oh well, but yeah. We're Yanks today, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get access to Adult Swim. We're going to be watching the Decker television program, Series 4. I believe this is Series 4 of Decker, yeah, because before that it's Decker in Protocol Hawaii and Decker versus Dracula. Ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, like I say, let me know if this starts acting up static or whatever. I think the XLR cable's borked. I think I need to get another one. And you could potentially help, because as you all know, we have hit 500. I've talked about it a few times on posts. Obviously, we've hit 500 subscribers. We're now a monetized channel. Yippee yay! Woo! Yeah! Very epic. We can do super chats and memberships and all that kind of stuff now. So, if you never want to, ich bin Dusseldorf. That's fucking sick. Und sprechen die Deutsch und Dusseldorf. Ja. Those funny little fucking Berliners. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah. So yeah, if you never want to do Streamlabs, tipping pages down below. Feel free to, we've got super chats now if you want to send a nice little message. A nice big colourful message will pop up there. At your discretion, of course, please feel free. You can set goals and shit. I'm not setting super chat goals because that sounds a bit stupid and gauche. Just at your discretion, you're more than welcome to, but obviously you being here today, watching and continuing to watch the content is more than enough. So thank you very much. But yeah, I've got memberships coming up soon on the Klman channel. I've set up all of the incentives and stuff, but I'm not gonna roll out the memberships yet until I've got content that people might want to look at. The highest tier is the Klman family. Get it? And for that you'll be getting like live stream, exclusive member live streams and exclusive member videos. I'll be doing unscripted video essay documentaries akin to like Career Perspective and stuff, but they're a bit more loose, they're a bit more rambly, so on more random niche creative topics that I have stuff to say about that I don't think would be good for a fully scripted effort. So I'll be doing unscripted video essay stuff. If you're interested in that sort of thing, you can watch that through memberships when they start rolling out. But I'm going to record a couple first and edit a couple, because they're unscripted and rambly, so I'm sure they're not going to take any more time out of like the content I'm doing already, like the scripts, which I'm still working on. The script for the next Career Perspective video is very, 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 very nearly finished. It'll be done very soon. I'm on the last lap. I know exactly how it's going to end and stuff. There's a few extra things I've been finding out that I need to go back and add, which I've done, but the script's very, very nearly done. It'll be done very soon. And I'm also redoing the script for the first Career Perspective video that I did to the history of Call of Duty Zombies. I'm already balls deep into that. It's already way longer. It's way more comprehensive than the last one. So I'm working on that back and forth. I'm working on the new Career Perspective video first before any of that happens. So look forward to that. Very exciting. But like I say, memberships, it'll be like membership badges and stuff. Shout out kind of things like that. Shout outs for projects. If you've got any exciting creative projects you're working on, be it a game or a video series or a book or anything like that, it's using your creative muscles. I can shout that out here on the channel and showcase on a stream. Maybe if that's your kind of thing, if you're a member and you want to share your work, you can do that if you so please. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different incentive stuff that I'm working on at the moment, but the main thing is the unscripted video essays. I'm going to do a few of those, and then we'll release a video updating further on it and also talking about, you know, here's a little snippet of one of the videos that I'm doing, that if you're interested in it and that kind of content. If you want to just see more Klman video essay stuff that's more exclusive and rambly and just kind of more chatty watty, you can look at the memberships, and if you're interested, you can look at it. But obviously, if you don't care, or if you can't afford it, or you're not interested, just watching the content really is more than fucking enough, man. Really, sincerely is. We're just going to make the channel bigger and better. But anything that's coming towards the channel is going to be towards making shit better. You know, I can get a better fucking mic. This mic's fine, but it'd be nice to get a nicer, just a nicer built one, you know what I'm saying? And a nicer fucking microphone arm that doesn't creak, and a fucking XLR cable they need to replace and all this kind of shit. But yeah, that's about it really on that front. More updates on membership stuff in the future. But in the meantime, super chats are there. If you're interested, please feel free. If not, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I think that's about it. I think that's all the admin I've got to do. Talked about the scripts and stuff like that. Yeah. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it. Cool. So we're just gonna watch some Decker now, ladies and gentlemen. And like I say, if you're new here, please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the scripts. The scripts, well, yeah, that's part of it. The streams and the, you know, the videos and the streams and the videos and the essays and videos and the streams and the videos. For the member exclusive streams, I'll probably dive more into topics. I'll probably do, I could do more on cinema stuff. Like I'd like to do more on cinema tier list, just more on cinema stuff on the exclusive streams and diving more into topics a bit deeper from career perspective, you know, for the people that are big fans of the topics, you know, like all the On Cinema family might want to watch some more On Cinema centric streams after we're done watching all the content. I can boot that back up and we'll do some more On Cinema stuff for exclusive streams. I think that'd be quite cool. Yeah. So I'm losing the thread here, man. Fuck. Yeah, we'll update more on that as time goes on. But in the meantime, we're gonna watch some Decker. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna watch Decker season 4. Don't know what's gonna happen here because this is not On Cinema IP. Really, this is very much Adult Swim territory. So they might have my balls on a plate. I don't know, but we'll find out. But yeah. If you're enjoying the stream, be sure to like the stream. We're going to try and get more likes on streams. Like the stream, get the eyes out there and all that kind of stuff. That'd be sincerely appreciated if you drop a little thumb. Thank you very much. And subscribe if you're new. And Career Perspective, video link. Video essay documentary series for the videos down there. I'm not going to do Friday the 13th anymore because it's been out for a while. You can check that out if you're interested though. Anyway. We're going to dive into this. We're going to get to the heart of this thing right now. This is all going to be new. This is alien territory for me. I have not seen any of the Adult Swim Decker content. This is all going to be brand new. I'm very excited to watch it. So, very, very good. So we've got 5 episodes of Decker. I think this season's just called Decker. I think it is just called Decker. Is it just called Decker? We'll find out. The titles will come up. I know there's like Mind Wipe and another one, but I don't know what any of that is. So we'll just find out when we watch it. Hey, E. Wilson with a little blue heart, one of my favourite colours. Thanks so much for that, buddy. Good to see you. Welcome. We're excited for some Decker. Tip of the hat to James Bond. Okay, let's get into it, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That fits nicely. And I'm going to say this again, but I don't know what's going to happen to me. This is obviously going to be infringing on something. This is transformative content, everybody. I don't own this. Look at this border and look at me in the corner and look at me yapping and me pausing the video every now and again to talk to people. Transformative content for entertainment purposes. You can't have me on this shit. Okay, let's dive in. No more yapping and jabberjawing. Let me turn up the audio on the OBS. Let me turn up the audio on my ears. Oh, can you hear myself talking there? Ah, I forgot I have a monitor on. Let me just test for a minute so I can hear the... Hey! Hello! Yeah! No static? Woo! Excellent, thank fuck for that. Let me turn the monitor off. I'm fucking being anal about this shit because I don't know. I'm just hoping that it's not my microphone or my audio interface. I'm pretty sure that it's the fucking XLR cable. That's probably because it's bent in a very egregious angle. It's not the best setup right now. But I have to work with the space I have, baby. Anyway, no more of this. Decker, Season 4, Episode 1. The following events are fictitious. But well within the realm of possibility. Okay. Tim Heidecker presents Heidecker Films production. Flag.
States of America.
Okay. Right. It's already off to a fucking good start of a CG. And associated with the Victorville Film Archives. This must have been so weird for people seeing us on Adult Swim that had no idea what the fuck On Cinema was. Why did they do this? Why did they pick this up for television? Like, who the fuck would know? The only people who were watching this were On Cinema people. Or if you didn't have... I don't fucking know. It's very strange that why they did this. I don't know why.
And to the republic for which it's...
Wait, why can you see that?
Stand.
What's going on here? Is that black? Can you see what's going on in the stream? Or am I just going nuts? Anybody in the chat, can you all see that? Or is it just a black screen? Have they fucked me? Is this how... No way. There ain't no way.
One nation.
Are you fucking serious? Oh my god, Adult Swim, man! Are you fucking serious? Oh my god! Anti-fucking streaming bastards. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm so and there's no way. There's no way that that is what is happening here today. You can hear it.
under God, indivisible with liberty and justice.
I cannot fucking believe this. That is so whack. That is so whack. Why? Why did they do this? So we can't. We're not gonna be able to fucking watch it, are we? Great. So even with a VPN, they still refuse to fucking let this shit happen. God damn it. There's sound, yeah. I noticed that the sound's coming through, but I think. So yeah, there's no picture. So it seems to me that Adult Swim have some sort of anti-streaming measures in place, meaning that I can't even fucking watch it because it's picking up OBS and I guess it's refusing to let me watch it. Well, that's hilarious, isn't it? Fuck me sideways, man. What a fucking crapshoot. That's insane to me. What is wrong with these people? What is wrong with these fucking cunts? Why can't I just watch it? Why not? Give me a good reason why. Oh, wait there. We're going to try and find a solution to this quickly. Because that's not fair, really. Well, oh shit, I didn't turn that music off. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. We're going to have to see if we can find a workaround. Maybe Reddit can help us. Because it seems like we're going to get dicked by the powers that be again. Fucking hell, man. Adult Swim OBS. I just can't fucking believe that, man. Imagine instilling such fucking machinery so that OBS cannot even stream your content. Am I even going to get any kind of guidance on this? Because I'm not seeing anything talking about it. How to record Adult Swim streams and do it. Yeah, that looks like a very trustworthy website, doesn't it? Oh, you fucking bastards, man. Are you? I just can't fucking comprehend it. I just cannot comprehend it. Yeah, I get it, fine. It's Adult Swim televised fucking content. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Wah, wah, wah. Like I give a fuck. I can't even fucking watch it. I can't even find anything to help me on this shit. Can I stream Adult Swim on OBS? OBS seems to have some answers here. I apologise for this, ladies and gentlemen, but how the fuck was I meant to know? You know what I'm saying? How was I supposed to know that this was going to happen? I was going to get cocked like this. That is just ridiculous to me. These are ridiculous! The OBS thing's not very great. OBS project can't be reached. Why? Is it because I'm a fucking VPN or something? Do me a fucking favour, man. That is so icky. Ugh. What a joke! Yeah, it's not gonna work. Great, thanks for that. It's very helpful. That's insane. Is it because I'm live? Well, it looks like you can. I mean, I think it's just because I'm live or something like that. It must be because I'm live. Right, well, if that's the case, here's what we're going to have to do. If it's because I'm live streaming right now and I'm broadcasting live, I think that's the only reason why it's not working. But I think you can probably record it separately if you're not live. So I might just have to fucking actually record the goddamn thing. complaining to YouTube. I don't know if it's a YouTube thing though. I think it's an Adult Swim thing. I don't think it's a YouTube thing. I think it's just because, like, it's copyright content and I'm like live streaming it, and I think that's probably a no-no to them, because I think that's the only thing I can think of. I don't see any reason why that would be. You know what I mean? I don't think YouTube are really responsible for it. Yeah, that works. See what I mean? That works perfectly fine. That's Decker Season 1, and that works because that's content is free to watch anywhere else on like on cinema, right? But because Book 4 on your photo up to the camera, I'm gonna have to fucking do that. Yeah, I think that's really it. It's just because it's I think it's just because it's streaming, it's programming that is theirs. I'm gonna eat a fucking chocolate bar right now. That's being streamed live. So, here's my solution, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I think the solution here is Decker's a wash this evening. I don't think we're gonna watch it. We're not gonna be able to watch it. However, we're just gonna watch some other on cinema stuff that we've not watched yet. And after the stream, I'm going to check and see if I can record Decker. Okay? And once I record Decker, if it works, next week we'll come back and we'll watch it recorded through OBS. I think that's the only way this is going to work, because it's not going to happen tonight. I do. Our values are under attack. Na 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 na. I can't fucking stream for free. It's a stream for you and me. Na 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 na. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. I see no other solution here, ladies and gentlemen. I very much apologise for the inconvenience, but there's really fuck all I can do about it. Really, there's totally fuck all I can do about it. I have no power here, unless I just fucking stopped streaming, recorded all these episodes, and then came back, but that's just going to take up too much time. So, we're just going to have to continue forward and watch some on-cinema content, which is a bit of a bummer, but there is really nothing else I can do about it, I'm afraid to say. Well, I'm gonna have to change the name of the stream first of all. I don't even know what's fucking next. Like, what have I got to watch next on cinema? I'm completely discombobulated now. Oh, that's a fucking bummer, man. Wait, imagine throwing a spanner in the works in such a fucking egregious way. Right, well, the last thing I watched was the Oscar special, the 10th annual. Okay, let's just have a little looky here. Right, we're gonna have to go live at the cinema and not live at the White House. Fucking unbelievable. I'll have to change the thumbnail after the stream as well. Great, wonderful. I've had this fucking thumbnail made for months because I thought I'd be able to watch Decker months ago, and then it turned out I couldn't. So that's just hilarious, isn't it? Get rid of that. Open up iNetwork. Let's see what we got to watch. I guess we're just going to be watching on cinema at the cinema, ladies and gentlemen. Which is no bad thing in itself, but I was excited, you know, I was looking forward to it. Right. I may have some bonus content to watch as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna watch some bonus Adult Swim content then, folks, because we've been totally fucking debated. I apologise to the musicians, as the guy from Whiplash would say, but it's out of my hands, baby. Totally out of my hands. Okay, we're just gonna have to do that, folks. Here we go. Let me just see where we are on the timeline here before we even begin. Come on, mate. Okay. Right, so when does season 14 start? 2024. Right, okay, so it's just a bunch of bonus content we're going to be watching here now. Get the fuck. Oh boy. Okay. Well, here is a major change of pace here because we've got a summer movie recap to listen to instead of Decker, ladies and gentlemen, which is hilarious. So here we go. Oh my! I just can't fucking believe it. Anyway, moving swiftly on with our fucking lives, we're going to be listening to the 2023 on cinema summer movie recap, which came out on the 11th of September 2023. This is an annual thing that On Cinema have been doing for a while. Yes, the movies! Yeah, we're just doing movies. Nothing but fucking straight movies. Yeah, so we're going to be listening to this. This is a thing they've been doing every year. They came out with one, well, not in 2024, they came out with one this year, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there it is there, which is a video. Oh no, they did one, yeah, they do this every year. This year they did one that's video and not just audio. But we've got an audio one here, so we're going to be listening about some movies here, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting the recap on the films, you know what I'm saying? So let's dive in. No more fuck. Let's actually watch something at long fucking last because I've been streaming for 27 minutes. We've not done a damn thing yet.
Hi, everybody. This is
Hi,
a very
Tim.
special podcast edition
Very
of
special.
On
Very
Cinema.
special.
Excuse me, On Cinema
Excuse
at
me.
the Cinema.
Good start.
Brought to you by the
Hell yeah, the Amato Group.
Amato
We love
Group
those guys.
and the High Network. It's Tim
High
Heidecker
Network.
here
Nice
with a
quality
very special
microphones here.
look back on the summer of movies here.
Very nice quality, man.
It was
It's
a great,
great.
summer for movies. Hollywood is back,
Better
and
than
we're
ever.
excited to talk about it. I'm joined by movie expert.
It is indeed. This is going right back. My mouth is full. Yeah, we love the excuse me. I do like that they did this, like the recap stuff. I thought it was quite interesting because even though it's video now, which is ultimately a bit more entertaining, this is fucking nearly an hour long, man. This stuff takes it right back to the roots where it all began with the podcasts. You know what I mean? I thought it was quite nice that they decided, you know, this is how it started. Let's try and do a bit more of it because also it's also easier doing between all the other content that they're doing.
Current president of VFA, I think it says here.
I think it says. What else could it be?
Largest film archive in North America, and we're actually getting certified
Excuse
for
me,
the world.
it's
Excuse me.
Greg Turkington.
Hey
from-
guys.
Greg
VFA.
Turkington.
Hey
from,
guys.
Great targeted from Greg.
Victorville
Summer
Film
isn't really
Archive.
over when you think about it, because if you look at a calendar, summer is not over for several days still. So
Well, we're just. I think all the big summer movies have come out, and
Well, there may be
we
some
can
more in the next few
recap
days,
them
Tim.
now. And I just want to also add, about an hour ago,
What happened an hour ago?
Greg Turkington and I both signed a pledge
Oh.
that this program today would be focused on the movies.
The
There's a
movies!
tremendous amount of,
These are great movies!
I'd say, baggage and
What do you mean by baggage?
interpersonal issues,
Oh, Tim. Yeah, we get it.
business-related issues
I mean,
between
you know,
myself and
When hasn't this happened before?
my guest today, as well as a number of other things happening.
That's a bummer, man.
That we have, the pledge indicates and is clear about our commitment today to
the
keep
movies.
the discussion as much as we can
As
about
much as it should be.
the
About
movies
movies
this
and nothing
summer.
else.
And I'm going to
Excellent.
do my
That's a
best. I
great
hope
pledge,
you do
Tim.
your best.
I signed the pledge, and I thought it was a great idea.
Like that Tim's like, I hope you do your best. As if Greg isn't going to talk about nothing but movies all the time.
And I wish
Give
we
me a
had
break.
this pledge before every episode
Whoa,
for
what
the
is
entire
this?
run of the series, because this
Who are
is
these
exactly
people?
what we've needed, is to keep the
What the fuck
subject
is going on?
to the movies. So
Well,
thank
the
you,
only
Tim.
looking back we're going to do right now
Whoa.
is to the movies of this summer.
Is this four bag
And,
cinemas?
well,
is that
we might
fucking
dip into
Abdul?
some older movies too.
Is that
Well,
Abdul sitting there? What the
if
fuck's
that
going
comes
on?
up, it comes up. I mean, just
What is
acknowledging that the
this?
pledge is
Wow, this
real,
is
and I
crazy.
agreed to it, and I'm happy to agree to the pledge.
Look at those clones sitting there.
I'll just say, and then we can move on,
Mm-hmm.
that I couldn't
Nice
be
simile.
happier with where things are at with me right now.
Tim's taking
um,
Ukraine. I think didn't Tim talk about Ukraine all the way back in like I think the second Oscar special. Tim was talking about Ukraine like way before the war like escalated to the way it is now, which is fucking nuts to me.
A lot of
Yeah, he talked about that a long
lot
time
of
ago.
growth over the summer, a lot of great opportunities over the summer, and I can't wait to get into it with you
I'm excited.
when we're back on the air. But I'm in a
we're
really
on the
good
air right now.
Yeah, but
but
I'm
this is
talking
a
about the
summer
show.
movie
I'm
recap,
in a
not
really
on
good
Cinema
place.
Artist
That's all I'm going
Greg.
to say. And there are people that I've extracted from my life. Let me put it that way.
Who are we talking
That
about?
are making my life a better life.
What happened to the pledge?
Because
She's
they've
already
been
broke the
extracted,
fucking
if you know what I mean.
pledge.
So I'm not going to belabor that point. And
Well,
I do
hopefully
wish.
that means no more Dakar.
Well,
Hey, let's not go
I
that
think you're
far.
reading between the lines there, but thank you everybody for your support and onward and upward. And thanks to Mr. Amato,
Oh, yeah.
I call him Dad,
I call him Dad. Who would agree
for
with Dad
really
Amato?
being
He did.
there for me
He
over the
predicted
course of
Ukraine.
the
It was
past
him. It was
several
Tim all
months.
along. Lest we
Nobody's
forget,
been a stronger advocate for me,
he attacked the
and
values
this
of them.
episode is dedicated to
Their
him
values
and the
under
Amato
attack.
group. All right, let's get into the movies.
Let's get into the movies.
The big movie.
What
I
was
think
that whole
this
bit with
summer
the fucking virtual cinema
that
there? I
everybody
don't
was
get
talking
that.
about that became kind of a cultural
Haunted Mansion.
centerpiece. No,
Haunted
we're getting to Haunted
Mansion
Mansion later.
cultural,
It's
fuck right
Indiana
off.
Jones.
Oh god,
Oh,
the
yeah.
The
Dial,
Dial
of
of Destiny.
which
This
I've not
is
seen yet.
Indiana Jones, directed by James Mangold.
Not entirely sure that I want to
Directed
watch it. Honestly.
by Harrison
Steven
Ford.
Spielberg.
No, directed by James That's
Yeah, I
should
was
be
saying-
Steven Spielberg.
It was already going
Yeah.
down at that point, but hadn't escalated the way
Sorry
it is
about
now.
that. Steven Spielberg.
But it's funny to think
starring
that he made it happen.
Harrison Ford,
Harrison Ford.
Phoebe Walker Bridge,
Oh, Phoebe
and
Waller-Bridge.
Antonio Bandana.
The Black Sea Fleet. I don't even. I'm ignorant to all that kind of stuff. What the hell is
From?
that? Doesn't sound real.
He's done a lot of cartoons over the years.
Cartoons. Go on.
I don't know. Garfield.
No.
No.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. He's just a small part in the movie.
Greg, you just say it already.
Who? What?
Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots.
Why does he
And?
say it like that? Puss in Boots.
Puss in Boots 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So very cool
Thanks,
that
Greg.
he gets to act
Why
with
did he sound so
Harrison,
sheepish when he said that?
Ford.
From
From Star Wars.
Star Wars,
correct.
Yep.
the whole several of the
Star Wars
movies.
stars Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones as archaeologist. Indiana Jones
Archaeologist.
races
Indiana Jones
against
stars
time to
archaeologist
retrieve a
Indiana
legendary
Jones.
artifact
Interesting.
that can change the course of history. This is our return to Indiana Jones, the fourth film. Obviously, there's the
Fourth
the
film.
cla-
Has anyone seen Dial of Destiny? Is it worth watching? Because I wasn't a big fan of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull or anything like that. I mean, like, you know, I don't think I think the best one is probably the first one, and then the rest of them is kind of like, you know, there's good elements in them, but I don't think they're all particularly like. As a trilogy, it was particularly amazing. You know what I mean? There was bits in all of them are really good, but I really do think that the first film, the subtitle of which I'm forgetting at the moment. God, I remember Temple of Doom and The Last Crusade, and that's 2 and 3. I can't remember the fucking name of the first film, which is hilarious, but I think that's probably the best one, right?
classic trilogy from back in the day with the Raiders of the Lost Ark
Raiders of
and
the Lost
Temple
Ark,
of Doom
thanks. Thank you.
and the Last Crusade. And now
Yeah.
Indy's back with more adventures
Why we not
with
talk
a
about
time
Kingdom of the Crystal
travel
Skull?
time
Is it just
travel
forgotten and forbidden?
angle to it, which was a lot of fun. I loved this movie. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's interesting because you're calling it the fourth movie.
It is not.
Some are calling it the fifth movie. Some are calling it the sixth movie
What's
because
the
there was
sixth?
actually a young Indiana
What?
Jones movie as well. So a
Is
lot
that
of
true?
confusion there. But
I know
one
that- I
thing
know
that
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 was
was
a
a
young
TV
indie
show,
stuff.
if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken.
is that
I'm
real?
surprised
There was a
you would
t-
bring
there
that
was a
some-
The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones? No fucking shit. I've never heard of that before.
something
movie.
like that.
Well, it was
Wow.
a TV movie,
Mhm.
The Adventures
That's
of
not
the
real, is
Young
it?
Indiana Jones.
Okay, so let me
That's a
back
TV
this
movie.
up.
That
We've
doesn't
got
count, Greg.
Raiders, Doom, Crusade, And you're saying Young
Indiana Jones.
And now we have
And Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, but Young Indiana Jones was a TV movie, but
What's
it
going on?
showed theatrically in Australia, in
Did it?
Romania, in I
it's
think
just
about 10
technically a movie.
countries. So
Okay.
it became
All
a
right,
movie.
so-
It started as a TV
a
movie
half
and became
movie.
a theatrical movie.
So this is, we'll say for your
Like,
sake,
they
this is
just
the
refused to
fourth
acknowledge the
Indiana
fourth
Jones
film.
movie.
This would be the sixth Indiana
mean, wonder
Jones
why.
movie.
Now I'm lost because
Yeah,
we had
where's King?
Doom,
See
we
it
had,
already, for God's sake.
Raiders, Doom,
Raiders Doom. Oh, the editing going on
Crusade.
here. Uh-huh.
Young Indy. That's 4, and now we have Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I guess
There
you're
was
right.
another one that came out
Greg.
about 5 or 6 years ago as well.
Yeah, and
which
what was the
quite
name of
good.
it?
But yeah, we'll just agree to disagree. One
Greg.
thing we agree on
Agree to disagree. I love that. Temple of Doom is my fave. It's the most original. Yeah. They're also reviewing the Haunted Mansion because Lucia? Huh? I'm assuming that was Lucas. Originally wanted Temple of Doom to take place entirely in a haunted house. Wow. Spielberg vetoed that idea. Damn, man. I mean, you're right. Yeah, I think Temple of Doom definitely has a lot of I think in terms of like when Indiana Jones does like metaphysical stuff, Temple of Doom is definitely the most grounded in that kind of world in terms of like ancient cultures and stuff like that. You know, The Last Crusade goes into like fucking biblical elements, and then you've got aliens and fucking time travel. Whereas Temple of Doom is really just like a fucking ancient temple culture people with like kind of mystical, metaphysical abilities, which I think kind of makes sense in the world of Indiana Jones, you know? I think the rest of it kind of. I mean, you know, Raiders of the Lost Ark has the same thing, I guess, but that whole thing doesn't really appear until the end of the film. The rest of it's quite grounded in terms of like the adventure elements, you know what I mean? It's really just a fucking treasure hunter trying to. It belongs in a museum and all this shit. And then at the very end, it goes all wibbly wobbly, weird, mystical powers. But Temple of Doom's like all throughout. And then it just gets a bit more and more silly. Not silly, but you know, a bit more suspension of disbelief, I believe. But Haunted Mansion would have been really fucking cool. I can see why Spielberg would have said no. But I would have watched that over Dial of fucking Destiny or Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. You know what I mean? That would be really cool. Interesting. Very
this
interesting.
is that they saved the best for last, because
Did
this
they?
was my favorite of the Indiana Jones
Is it?
series. Harrison Ford has
Remember,
never
any
been
new
better.
sequel is
and
always
the
the better film.
stunts. I don't know if it's because Hollywood technology has finally caught up to Spielberg's imagination, but the stunts were out of this world.
And there was the whip, and
Spielberg
then there
made
was
this.
there was
The
sort of the
snakes.
snakes in the hat. It was always good to see
Yeah,
the
I
hat
love the
back.
whips and the snakes.
The
and
last
the
time we
hat.
saw
The
Indy,
hat's
he
the
was
main character.
he had those issues with his dad, Sean Connery,
Mhm.
and it was
Yeah.
sort of a shame that
James
we didn't
Bond.
we didn't
James Bond.
get to go back and see more of that relationship.
Because he's very
Well, maybe
dead.
they'll do another one. They say this is the last one, but they said that about Rocky after Rocky
I'm
3.
sure this is
and
the
then
last
you had
one.
3 more Rocky movies. So never say never again, as James
I've seen all of the Rocky films except Balboa for some reason. I've also not seen. Is there a Creed 3? I don't think I've seen Creed 3. I've seen Creed 1 and 2.
Bond would say, there could
I've
be
not
another
seen
Indiana
Rocky.
Jones
I don't know
movie.
why
I
I've not
feel
seen
like
Rocky
because, well,
Balboa.
spoiler alert, he
watch it.
does not die in the end of this movie. Indiana Jones is
That's just
alive
spoilers.
and
That's
well.
pretty
for the
smart for them to keep that going.
Yes.
It would be
Yes.
a shame if Indy truly rode into the sunset.
I love hearing that. Like, Tim
because
never
I think
talks
the
about
audience
movies
has
like this
left
anywhere
this
else
film
apart from the
wanting
recaps.
more.
It's so funny.
Definitely wanting more. And there is
He's
some
actually,
talk
like,
amongst
enjoying the
my
conversation as a
insiders that
back
there's
and
enough
forth, you know?
outtakes from this one to create a whole extra movie. So maybe
Wow.
we'll see that soon.
Rating?
Rating?
Yeah, I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn right out of the gate. There's no reason
Oh,
to play
there is.
games with this rating. This is a
There's no
classic
reason to
movie.
play
And I'm going to
games.
throw in a miniature,
Maybe one of those miniature whips.
sort of like a plastic replica of 5 bags of popcorn, but something you could have as a keychain.
Why?
So just to remind
Why? Usually it's movie related. Why are you just a keychain of popcorn
you
this
that
time?
this is a 5 bag of popcorn movie. So these don't
Okay.
count as an
I'm a little
additional 5
disappointed,
bags.
I have
This
to
is
say.
more like a
I have to say
keepsake.
I'm a little disappointed, a little surprised
I'm
because I thought
surprised
you'd
too.
maybe pay tribute to the film itself.
Yeah,
with
that's what I was
a
saying,
whip
Tim.
or a
I
classic
said the exact
leather
same
jacket
thing.
or a fedora or something, that shows me
I'm a little
that you
disappointed.
respect sort of the iconography of the series.
Very well
and,
said, Tim.
that your
Real
generic
movie buff
add-on
coming out
there,
here.
just 5 bags of popcorn, shows general disrespect and maybe even a
Disrespect.
little ignorance about the franchise. That's just me.
That's just
I'm going to
me.
give it 5 bags of popcorn.
Maybe one of those little whips.
And to show respect, I usually don't do this, and I don't
You
really see
never
the
do
point in
this.
doing it. But I will throw
Wow,
in a whip.
man.
I will
That's
throw
how much
in
he
a bull
loves
whip,
Indiana Jones.
classic Indiana Jones bull
Classic
whip.
little whip.
Well, that's not part of the rating system. Whips.
Why not?
It's popcorn system.
All right. Well,
Greg,
speaking of
Don't be so fucking flippant,
sequels,
all right? You got called out on
and
your
the
fucking
return
disrespect.
to characters we love, we also have a big summer for Tom Cruise coming
Just
off
Top Gun or
a
something.
great Top Gun sequel. We
Maverick,
have
yeah. Dead Reckoning Part
Is
1.
it Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible.
Directed by Christopher
McQuarrie.
McQuarrie, and starring Tom Cruise, of course. And I don't even need to mention anybody else, because what is the point of
When you've got movies like
of the
Tom
other actors
Cruise
in the
them,
movie? When you have Tom in them
can't
in
lose.
the film, it's sort of everyone else sort of becomes a background part, a
Can't
background character.
fucking
because all eyes are on
lose.
Tom.
Not with Rain Man.
Well, with Rain Man, that's an ensemble with Tom Cruise and
Dustin Hoffman.
Dustin Hoffman.
yeah.
But in general, especially in these Tom Cruise movies like Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, you have all eyes are on Tom, and I couldn't take my eyes off him
May as
the
well just call
entire
it
time.
Tom
This was,
and
I think,
Cruise
the best
Possible
Mission
instead of
Impossible
Mission
since.
Impossible, right?
Well, I'll say since the last one, but certainly these keep getting better and better. Your thoughts
Sure.
on Mission Impossible starring Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise.
Well, it's certainly
Tom
very
Cruise.
different than
Tom
Rain Man. I
Cruise.
mean, this is a different side of Tom Cruise, and it's one that I think works very well for the movies, because you have Mission Impossible, you also have things like Jack Reacher and other films of this ilk that people just love, and as long as
Tom
people love them,
Cruise-esque
and that's going to
action
go on as
character
long
heroes.
as Tom Cruise is still taking a breath, you're going to have these movies.
Hell yeah.
And it's kind of an interesting movie. I think the reason it was so successful is that this, in general, was the summer that Hollywood skipped franchises and went with more original, one-of-a-kind pictures. You had this summer no Star Wars movie, no Lord of the Rings, no
Lord of the
Bond,
Rings, man.
no Harry Potter, no Jurassic
No
Park,
Harry Potter, yeah,
no
okay.
Matrix,
Wow, what the
no
fuck?
Twilight movies,
Twilight movies?
no Terminator movies, no Planet of the Apes, Pirates of the Caribbean. Hunger Games? No Hunger Games
You're
movies
just
this
naming
summer.
franchises
Toy
then.
Story, Despicable Me. Not even the Ghostbusters.
Not
So
even Muncher.
Hollywood was trying something
God
different
damn
this
it.
year.
Even
Will it
Muncher
work
made an
long
appearance.
term? I'm not sure. But Mission Impossible was certainly a good entry in the series.
Well,
What was he talking about there?
you named a bunch of franchises for sure, but I think the evidence points. I mean, we just
named a
talked
bunch
about
of
Indiana
franchises.
Jones. We're going to be
We literally
talking
just
about
had we just
Teenage
mentioned
Mutant Ninja
franchises
Turtles
a
a little
bunch
bit
of them.
later. I take slight umbrage
Why
with
did
your
Greg say
thesis
that?
there. Unfortunately,
Greg's kind of dropping the ball, man. Like, I
clearly,
take umbrage
this
with
was
that
a
too.
summer of
It's just kind of nuts how Tim is kind of showing Greg up in terms of the movie expertise, I must say. Not only has he disrespected Jones with that stupid keychain, but he's also claiming that this was the year of original films and named a bunch of fucking franchises to bullshit his way through. We've got a bunch here. What is he talking about?
franchises.
Challenging my
just
Greg
not the
headiness
ones,
here. Greg
you
Kirkington.
mentioned.
Cannot
But
believe it.
I don't want to get into it.
I don't want to
that's
get
nitpicking.
leave it alone.
I'm
Just
glad you
carry
liked the
on.
movie. I think Tom has never been better.
Unbelievable, man.
I mean, I'll give it a slight ding because I found the plot or the story of the
Hard to
film
follow.
very disorienting and
Yep.
confusing. I
That's,
lost my place
That's the Tim
watching it
Heidecker
several
way.
times. I did.
Don't know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, partially due to some health issues. I had an incident during the
Right,
screening
come
of this
on.
movie.
Let's not do
where
this now.
I don't want to get too into the details
wanna
of
hear
this,
it at
but
all.
there was an accident that happened in where I was sitting.
Okay.
And it was sort of one of those things where it wasn't my fault.
You spilled popcorn?
No, it was a.
Maybe Greg's so mad about this intellectual trouncing. Damn, you may be right. Oh, hello.
I can smell the hot air.
What, is it very humid out there?
Yeah.
You look pretty.
No.
You do? How was it? Yeah, good. I get it. You may be right, man. Because I mean, it's just bad. It's just Greg's been a bad actor right now, and not in the acting sense, but he's just been a bad guy.
It was.
That's all I'm saying.
I think,
just hope
and
we
I
get some improvement here.
partially
We're
due to
even
some
for the third
medication I'm
act of
on,
this
and partially
recap yet.
due to
You know?
a new lifestyle regimen I'm undergoing. I went. My energy levels were very low. I'll just say that, and I'm not
Hey.
used to being outside.
fam.
I'm not used to being in dark
good.
places because a lot of my
It's not dark when
Sure,
the
if you're new
movies.
to like the
well,
stream,
in
if you're
general, when
enjoying,
there's a-
maybe hit that
before the
big
movie starts, they have
thumb.
previews that also light
Very
up
much
the room. and they
appreciated.
also do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Thank you
but
very much.
you have to understand this plan that I'm on now has me experiencing something like 14, well, I'd say about 8 to 9 hours of pure sunlight every day. Right.
Okay.
So
He's
when
just
I
staring
get
into the sun,
brought into a dark room, it's
practicing a
very
little bit of
disorienting. I had an incident where I
photosynthesis.
lost. I mean, I don't know if you would say I lost consciousness.
Oh yeah, aye, that was my girlfriend. That's who we're talking about.
I blacked out
Just got back in from a party.
for several minutes during the film, and had an
You should go
accident.
see it again because you don't want to miss any of this movie. If
so
you
and I
missed a
would-
few
yes,
minutes of
I-
it, you definitely need to go again.
I would love to
watch it
see it
Before
again.
you give it a rating, you need to see the whole thing.
No,
Well,
Greg, come
I
on.
feel confident enough to give this 4 bags of popcorn.
Well,
4
you
bags?
would have given it 5 if you'd seen the scenes that you missed. So I think you should retract your rating.
I will hold off on the
Greg.
rating until
Oh,
I see it again. I,
that's
I
very
agree, that's fair.
respectful.
And your
It's
rating-
playing
fair.
today at
Very respectful,
4:35
though.
if you want to go again.
I'm gonna
because
literally have to see it when it comes out on digital or something. I'll have to be in
VHS.
an outside space.
Okay.
we could go to
reasonable.
there is one drive-in.
Driving.
That's
oh,
at
love a
night. And I
drive-in,
can't
man.
be outside without sunlight. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So-
well,
What I'll do is probably get my laptop out and
how
go to
did
a
you see?
park
Any,
or
did
something.
you go to
Little
any of these
Mermaid
movies
breaks
after
them.
this?
Well, this yes.
Did he
I've-
talk about that? I
I've
can't
had-
remember.
Well, I don't want to get into all the details but I've had similar experiences. At a lot
I
of
can
these
imagine that being
screenings,
true, though.
which is concerning, of course.
I
but,
love when Tim
Well, it's
can't follow
concerning
a
if
plot.
people are trying to get an
Especially if it's
accurate
like a
Well, no,
cartoon or
there
rating.
really hasn't been any blackouts, I would say, but certain, a deep discomfort being in a dark enclosed space, as
Jesus
you can
Christ.
imagine. If the
Is this the beginning of like Tim's disease and inability to watch films? Because he starts talking about that later on, doesn't he? I think the next season of One Cinema, he might start talking about how he can't watch movies anymore.
past several months, I'm spending that amount of time
So is
in
this like
direct
the build up
sunlight,
to that? I wasn't sure. I
getting
wasn't aware
into a
of that.
dark enclosed space is going to be upsetting and,
Wow.
not something I'm generally comfortable with.
Really?
But that's okay.
So are you
Like I said-
sleeping outside in the
Oh, it's
in
so
your
funny,
yard
man.
or something? Because
He's
your
drowning.
bedroom is a dark enclosed space.
Why was this the angle they went
Where
for? You just
I'm
can't
gonna
watch
try
films
I'm
anymore.
trying my best to
so
hold
funny.
true to the pledge that we agreed
Pledge?
to. And it seems like you want to deviate from that. If you
Good
really
point.
want to get into where I'm
No,
sleeping
but
and how
I
I'm sleeping.
pledge. I
Very
have
good
an
point, Greg.
unofficial pledge that we give the
Oh, you
most
there?
accurate film criticism, especially with our rating
You
system
retracted it.
in the business. And if you're admitting right now on tape that you are not watching these
I
movies
am watching them.
Come
completely
on.
because you're passing out or going to sleep during half the movie, then I don't feel that it is fair for you to give an actual popcorn rating because it can't be taken seriously.
Well, I'll be happy to retract my rating for this one. The other films I can guarantee my
that's
audience that
respectable, man.
I
Like, what the fuck's the big
saw
deal?
90% at least of the films, if not more.
You see 100.
And the Mission Impossible screening really truly was the only one where I officially blacked out and
He blacked
was
it out.
unconscious for a significant amount of time.
Just passing out in the cinema.
I will give it a I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to give it a temporary rating of 5 bags of popcorn.
It's reasonable.
And if we can verify that through a second screening, we will
transparent.
update you. If not,
Transparent
then
bags
you'll
like
know that
Ghost
the 5
popcorn.
bags
They're not quite there.
held
Schrodinger's
steady.
popcorn.
Well, how much of the movie did you miss?
I like I
Oh,
said,
let's
a
drop it.
significant portion.
Well, what I'm going to say is we just, for your rating, we just have like an empty soda cup for now. And then when you actually see the movie, then you can
5 bags of
update that
popcorn,
to
empty soda.
what I'm assuming will be a good rating, such as 3, 4, or 5 bags of popcorn.
Can I get your rating so we can move on from the?
This
Yeah,
one I'm
let's
going to
move
give
on.
5 bags of popcorn to because,
Sick.
in this
see
in
that.
this in this world, there are no sure things, but if it's a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible
lose.
movie, it's a sure thing. So definitely 5 bags of popcorn. I'm going to throw in a whip, since you've added that to our rating system.
What?
And although there are very few scenes in this movie that
Why
really
would you do
include
that?
a whip, I still think it's kind of a cool thing to add.
Okay.
All right.
You were against the whip a minute ago.
A couple
You
of
just warmed
kids
up to it.
movies we want to get to. I know
Hell
you
yeah.
see all kinds of movies. You don't discriminate who the audience is for.
There we go.
I've never gone to a movie that just the audience were all kids, so there is no
That'd be
such thing as a
fucking
kids movie. They're all ages movies, all
Yeah,
audiences.
you don't see just
movies.
6-year-olds
Well,
in
two
the
that
cinema
came
by
out this
themselves, do
year,
you? Weird
this
that.
summer, that got a lot of attention
Very
were
weird.
Haunted Mansion.
The Little Mermaid, I'll say first,
here we
and
go.
The Haunted Mansion.
Here we go.
The Little Mermaid, directed by Rob Marshall.
Not seen it. I don't plan to either.
Starring Hale
Berry.
Bailey, Jonah Howard King, and Melissa McCarthy.
Why
A
did they
young
do this,
mermaid
man?
makes a
Why did
deal
they
with a
do it?
sea witch to trade her beautiful voice for human legs so
Upsets
she
me
can
when they do
discover the
shit like
world above
this.
water and impress a prince. This is The Little Mermaid brought to life. This
I mean,
was, of
visually
course, a
looks
great
alright, but
cartoon.
it's like, man, just
Directed
stop
by
saying, man,
from
why
Disney.
bother
Now this
doing
is
it?
Disney back at it again. What did you think of The Little Mermaid?
Just upsets
I thought
me
it
when
was
they do shit like
very,
this.
very cool that we get more Little Mermaid movies. I feel like this one has a slight edge over previous Little Mermaid movies. And I'm glad that they made the effort to make this one better. So the voices, the animation, even the songs
animation.
and,
All right, well,
just
give
the
you
running
that,
time
kind
and
of.
everything was an improvement. When you already have perfection, why try to improve on it? They took
Yeah,
a
exactly.
risk, they
That's
rolled
my
the dice,
fucking
and they
point.
succeeded.
Why
so hats
do
off
it?
to Disney.
Leave it
I
alone.
found this movie.
If they, I've been saying this for ages. If they insist on making live action fucking Disney films, they're already gonna do a fucking sequel to Lilo and Stitch because everyone went out to see it. I went to see it just because Ash loves Stitch, and I fucking knew the film was gonna be, and it wasn't very good. It was. We're gonna do a sequel to it now. Do Disney films that did not get a fair shake. Do Disney films that were not particularly popular. Do a live action version of The Black Cauldron. Do a live action version of Atlantis. Do a live action version of Treasure fucking Planet, my favourite Disney film of all time. Don't do these ones that are critically acclaimed and everybody's fucking seen it, because there's no fucking point. I don't like it. Just do that. Because we're not going to fucking reanimate these films. Just do them live action if you have to. But that's my 2 cents.
Again, to
on
be a
this
little
problem.
disorienting and confusing.
Disorienting and confusing.
I find it a little hard to believe.
How much did you see?
I saw this one. I saw the whole thing,
That's good.
and I saw it, but I saw it under, I would say, duress.
Duress.
Under, very uncomfortable. I was in a very uncomfortable position, which I don't want to get into the details of why. But let me just say, because of the amount of water and underwater scenes, I found it to be very triggering, as they say these days.
Well, it's not Jaws. There's no shark that comes
Bro
and kills
thinks he was
everybody.
swimming
I just found it to be a little. I know we're talking fantasy here, and that there's a bit of make believe here, but
it's animated.
It's not animated.
yes, but
Kind of animated.
not a large portion of the film is not animated.
Yeah,
I should say.
But it's a hybrid. You
It's
hear
a
about
hybrid.
hybrid cars, and now they've got hybrid movies, and that's cool.
Hybrid movies, and that's cool.
Well, I just found it to be I think what's happening with me mentally, and I'm sort of
Has
coming
it to
through
do
the
with
other
the
side
lithium?
on that, is I become deeply immersed in these experiences, and
Well, that's a
so
good thing.
I believe during a large portion of this film, I had the very real, and people might make fun of me for this, but I had the
I would
very
make fun of you
real
for
feeling
this.
that I was drowning. Because when I'm watching, and that's sometimes I don't think you get this deep with movies. I apparently
I was drowning
can
by
and
watching
will
Little
now.
Mermaid.
Well, I don't.
But
I don't
I
get
do. I immerse myself
wasted
in the
on
film.
drugs before I go to a movie.
I
That
immerse
is
myself
so
in the films to a
fucking
very
great.
high degree, and when a lot of the movie is underwater,
He was so
I'm
immersed he
afraid
was under the water.
feeling that I feel is the feeling of also being underwater and drowning.
When
And that's
we
not a
reviewed
comfortable way to
Finding
watch it.
Nemo and these kind of movies,
This
No,
is,
it's
like
the
I said, this
funniest
is a
thing
new
I've ever
experience
heard
I'm
them
having.
ever
This
say,
is
man.
this is
Such
part
a
of my.
great line. That's such a great line that it's hidden in this little audio fucking snippet. I was drowning.
I don't want to. I don't want to break the pledge here, and I don't want to get into it. but you're
leave it
putting me in a
alone.
corner. So
Just leave
let's
it
move
alone.
on
Let's move on,
because
man. Leave it
it's
alone.
very complicated and it's very personal. But I'm telling you
it's very, very, very
that watching The Little Mermaid gave me the distinct and very physical, real feeling of drowning. And that's not a fun feeling, and I don't wish that on anybody.
Well, then don't see Chappaquiddick. Don't see Splash, because these are themes that come up in movie
but
after
they're in the
movie
cinemas,
after
though.
movie. And you either
You're in a
go to a movie
dark
and you see a
room,
drop of
you probably
water
think
and
you're
go
in
to
water.
pieces, or you seem to
Pieces.
black out, or I would say probably fall asleep during the movies. It seems that this isn't the type of film criticism that we've been known for and are promising to deliver. And I gotta say, it's very disappointing. I'd like to suggest what we do is double my rating. So if I give a movie 5 bags of popcorn, then we say that's 2 sets of 5 bags of popcorn, because your ratings are not something to be taken seriously at this point.
That's poor, man.
I'm okay with that. And
You're
we
okay
can
with
proceed
that?
that way if that makes you more comfortable.
I give The Little Mermaid 5 bags of popcorn, and I'm going to throw in
just letting this happen.
a little can of tuna, one of those little single serve cans of tuna.
Charlie tuna or starfish or something like that.
Starkist or something.
We don't have Starkist over here. I recognise that little guy, though, from Food Fight. That little guy. What's his name? Does he have a name? Do you all know who this little fella is? We don't have Starkist over in the UK. We don't have like a branded fish character for our tuna, for our tins of tuna. You know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
Don't have anyone like that.
Because this movie
character.
does take place in the sea.
You said Charlie Tuna. Is that who he is?
I'm also going to double that.
Is
So
that
it's
his name?
actually 2 sets. And it's not 10 bags of popcorn.
Damn,
It's 2
stacking them up.
different sets of 5 bags of popcorn with 2 miniature tuna for one, basically.
Tuna for one. Haha. Yeah.
All right.
Charlie the tuna. Hey,
Second
Zach
kids
Bonfatti,
movie of the year
obviously.
was
Thank you again, sincerely, Zach, for your very generous super chat, my friend. It meant a lot. But you're going to be permanently in the #1 spot in the top fans, which is pretty based. But thank you, my brother. Sincerely appreciate it. The message went away. I don't know if it's like a limited time thing, but it went through. So thank you, my friend. I sincerely appreciate it. It means a lot. Anyone that's just tuned in, drop a like. And if you're so inclined, we have super chats now on this channel if you feel like doing such a generous thing. But you being here watching is more than enough. Thank you.
Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion.
Good
a single
Lord.
mom named Gabby hires a tour guide, a psychic, and a
I wanna
priest.
watch
Her
Haunted
newly
Manor specifically,
bought
and,
mansion after discovering it is inhabited by ghosts. Directed
Not
by
Exercise. Exercise would be an aerobics movie, like perfect with Jamie Lee
It says
Curtis,
here
John
to help
Travolta.
exercise.
Exorcise, like the exorcist.
I was just going to say, once memberships roll out and one of the incentives is going to be member exclusive live streams, I'm going to do more deeper live stream centric stuff on video essay topics. So we'll probably do more. We'll probably do some more on cinema centric streams through member exclusive live streams after we're done watching all the on cinema content. I just need to think of stuff that we can do. But we'll probably do like a exclusive, like a member chat thing where we can talk about what you want to see from that kind of stuff maybe when that time comes. But I'm still going to roll out some stuff for memberships to make it a bit more, ooh, I like what this is offering me, that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the idea right now.
Justin Simeon
Justin Slime
directed this, starring Lakeith Stanfield, Rosario Dawson, and Owen Wilson.
Yep.
Wow.
And this is
that was pretty stacked.
based on a amusement park ride.
The movie from 2003.
The
Starring
movie.
Eddie
Donkey Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Yep.
Straight off Beverly Hills Cop 3. Did the Haunted Mansion, and
I
they
remember
were
that
celebrating the 20th anniversary of this great movie this year, so they said, let's do it again.
Sure.
And it's not a sequel. This isn't the Haunted Mansion 2. You're not going to see Eddie Murphy. It's an all-new cast. But it is a remake with a twist and some different plot elements. Wow. But basically a celebration of a classic movie. And it's cool when they do that. It's strange that something like the Haunted Mansion gets remade after 20 years.
Love the Haunted Mansion.
Here we have Casablanca. You're getting into decades after that came out and still no remake. So it's strange how Hollywood picks and chooses what they're going to
Hollywood is a mysterious,
Well, not to sound like a
enigmatic
broken
creature.
record here, I also had a very disturbing time
Oh, come on,
at this
man.
screening.
Why is he so scared of
again,
movies all of a
believing
sudden?
what I was seeing was happening.
What's wrong with
And,
this guy?
obviously,
getting
no one wants
haunted.
to experience a haunting or experience with ghosts or those kind
A
of things.
haunting in high network.
And it's funny because, talk to me before or after the film, you'd find
totally
a
fine.
tremendously skeptical, almost cynical perspective on supernatural stuff.
Don't give
the
me
ghosts
that.
and
You
spirits
believe that
and
fucking Dr. Sam was
exorcisms and all
communicating
this,
with you a
but
few seasons ago.
during the movie, it's as real
Don't
as
lie.
the nose on my face. It is.
That's a sign
It's
of a good
happening.
movie. And I've often gotten absorbed in movies with supernatural themes,
Yeah, man.
including Freaky Friday, which is another Disney
Freaky
movie
Friday?
that's been remade.
Very supernatural.
but
But
I
you
also-
didn't feel that was actually happening to you.
Well, at times I was so emotionally involved, I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if somebody asked, "Is this actually happening?" I'd say, "No, this is a movie."
This is
But
a
I would say
movie.
it's a powerful movie, and it
A
sounds like
powerful
this
movie.
was
It's
a
a very
powerful movie
moving
for
film,
you.
Haunted Mansion.
And so
I'll
I'd
have to
say-
give it 5 bags of popcorn. But it
But you
again,
can't- you're not
it
allowed to
created
do it.
a lot of tension and another accident. Actually,
Well, maybe
because of
this is maybe you've turned the corner where you're actually paying
What's
attention
going
to
on
movies
with this
now
guy?
and letting your brain and your heart open
Yeah.
up to what these
Your
great
brain and your
filmmakers
heart
are trying
open
to
to the
say,
movies is
rather than
beautiful.
thinking about music or thinking about other things that I think you have done in the past when we've
Hmm.
looked at movies. Maybe you've had some sort of epiphany where you're enjoying movies more. And in
Wow.
that case, I think
That's
the
exciting. The
audience
Ghost of
salutes you.
Electric Sun 19.
Your
It was all
rating.
them.
I'm going to give it
Haunted Festival. Haunted Electric Sun Desert Music Festival, the movie.
the Haunted Mansion 5 bags of popcorn.
Wow.
And then what I call a ghost bag, because this is a
Ooh.
movie about haunting. So
An
it's a bag you
enigmatic
can't
ghost.
see, but it's there. It's
Enigmatic
a ghost
popcorn.
bag.
That's spooky.
All
It's a
right.
It's kinda
ghost
cool.
bag.
Well, let's
That's kinda cool.
talk about the other big splash that happened this summer. We had 2 movies come out on the same weekend that got everybody
No
talking.
shit.
You pick up any newspaper in the world and you'd see a big article about this.
Meg 2.
Meg 2.
Meg 2, the trench. You
Meg
said
2.
splash, because
No,
this
I'm talking
is
about
another underwater
Let me see
sort of
Meg.
Jaws.
No, there were no
meets
articles about
Jurassic
Meg
Park.
2. We're going to
Well,
get to that later.
I'd read some.
I'm talking about the
Oh,
Oppenheimer
Yeah.
and
How could we forget?
Barbie movies.
Barbenheimer.
Both movies came out the same weekend
Yep.
to great acclaim.
forget
I'll
about
start
that?
with Oppenheimer.
Other movies came out that weekend too. That was a great
Still
weekend
not seen
for
Oppenheimer.
having
Only seen
6 different
Barbie,
movies that
which
you
I
needed
liked.
to see.
Barbie was pretty good.
Oppenheimer stars Cillian Murphy, directed by
Cillian.
Christopher Nolan,
No Land.
and Emily Blunt. Matt Damon also appears in this movie.
Josh Peck is in this film.
Oppenheimer, very
And
long
Roderick
and
from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I would say confusing movie about the inventor of the atom bomb.
The Atom Bomb.
Well, you say long, but it actually was only the second longest movie to come out this summer, behind the Mission Impossible movie, which was actually 3 minutes longer than
Wow.
Oppenheimer.
Well, this felt much longer than Mission Impossible because Robert
Well, you were
Oppenheimer.
passed out during Mission Impossible, so you're not really in any position to judge the running time of that movie.
He's got you
My
there.
issue, I did not. Unfortunately, I wish I would have passed out during Oppenheimer because essentially, instead of
They think you're getting
Mission
nuked.
Impossible, where you had Tom Cruise jumping on trains and riding motorcycles and chasing around and creating tremendous action,
Tremendous
Oppenheimer
action.
basically was some nerd
Like history lesson, yeah, big
math,
geek.
math
of
teacher
shit.
writing numbers on a chalkboard
Boring.
for 3 hours. And it could have been less irritating had he actually scratched his fingernails on the chalkboard. That's just a little bit of a joke
That,
to
that's just a
keep
little
this
joke.
light, but it was very frustrating. Your thoughts on
Keep
Oppenheimer?
this light. Yeah, he's angry about
Well,
it.
I
Damn.
mean, this is a historical movie.
It is indeed.
Sort of the Social Network meets Tora.
What the fuck is
so
that?
you do
Never
have
heard
some
of
very
Tora,
serious
Tora
issues,
before.
and it's not Godzilla. It's Oppenheimer, a very different type of movie. So I guess it just depends on your personal taste. There's people that like serious movies. There's people that like comedies or
Well said, yeah.
even
Everyone likes different
fantasies, and
movies.
there's people that like them all. And for those people, the people that like them all, as well as the people that prefer historical dramas, this would be a great movie to see. So I'm going to recommend it wholeheartedly. as many are doing, it's actually a very popular movie and has made
It's a
quite
very
a bit of
popular
money.
movie.
So do
Everyone was
expect
talking
a
about it.
sequel.
Everyone was talking about
Only bright
Oppenheimer.
spot
How
for
would there be
me
a
was
sequel?
seeing, and
second
again,
bomb?
we look at how Hollywood loves to take a look at our work
Oppenheimer 2,
that we've done,
Nagasaki.
and there we see about halfway through that movie who pops up but the great Albert Einstein,
Yeah.
and
From Deck of Cards.
Can't
from
remember his
Deck of
fucking-
Cards, and Mark
I don't remember who plays him.
Prost did such a great
Prost.
impression of him that
Who played him
you,
again?
you
Who
have to
played
imagine that people
Albert
at Hollywood
Einstein?
were
He was in
thinking,
Merry Christmas, Mr.
we
Lawrence,
need
one of my
we need
favourite
some of
films
this
ever.
spice. I don't know why they didn't get Mark. I know Mark was
Too
certainly
much
be
Mark
available.
Prost and Oppenheimer.
I'm glad they didn't because that's sort of our domain.
yeah, that's
but
your guy.
it was great to see Al, and certainly not the first film to incorporate the great Albert Einstein.
First one in 5 or 6 years, though. And, he
5
used
or
to be
6
more of a
years.
common character. And Hollywood has
Character?
dropped the
not
ball.
real,
And I guess
everybody.
they're too busy with
Albert Einstein's a
some of these
character
other
now.
movies, like the Barbie movie, which is using toys,
Cisco.
or there's a Play-Doh.
I can only imagine Siskel and Ebert must have hated the Friday the 13th films. I don't know why. Well, Roger Ebert, at the very least. I don't know what Gene Siskel would have thought of them. I've never seen, I don't even know what Tora is. That's the thing that's thrown me off. That's hilarious, though. Mixes them all up. That's great. I'm ready to check that out. Yeah, I don't know why. Siskel and Ebert seem like one of those guys that would look down upon such films like that, you know?
Movie coming out, again using
Exploitation and all
toys.
this, sex
And toys are
violence.
interesting. Toy Story is a great franchise, but
Love Toy
let's
Story.
also see real people that change the world. So Albert Einstein, I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of in years to come.
Okay.
Well, of course,
Great.
one of my favorite movies, IQ with Meg
With
Ryan.
Albert Einstein, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Excuse me. Yeah, I like Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert. I think they're very seasoned critics and they know what they're talking about. But I always did feel like they have a very bad attitude towards horror films of that kind of ilk, like slasher and the stuff that are a bit more. Yeah, they're lowbrow, but it doesn't take away anything about them as movies. It's a popcorn classic. I don't think it takes anything away from them. Like they're a different flavor of film, and I think that needs to be appreciated. And I don't think saying they're bad just because they're horror or exploitative or even like cliche ridden, not like trope ridden or anything. Because these are the things that make films like that good, like Friday the 13th in particular, which we talked about a lot. You know what? We talked about that a lot. Talked about that a lot, and wait there. It's not it. Why is it not coming up? That usually works. Oh well, I must not have it on the screen. Friday the 13th, the game of history. My video is, we talk about that a lot in that video. And that's why we like them. We like them for those reasons, and that doesn't make them worse. You know, that's my opinion.
It was sort of that's sort of like the that's the Einstein movie you want to see.
No relation to Meg 2.
Einstein
Some
is
people like
Cupid,
Meg 2
the
starring
fuck?
Meg Ryan. Nope, she's not
Nope.
in this one. But hey, maybe there's a Meg 3.
I hope there's
Maybe.
more. If they put out a DVD of
VHS.
Oppenheimer, I hope there's deleted scenes and outtakes and
more Einstein
of
scenes.
more Albert Einstein.
Why are they
because
just going on about
It's
Einstein?
just fun to see him on camera.
And we love Albert Einstein.
He's definitely a legend of cinema, and I think it would be cool to have
Do
a
they believe
new
that he's not real?
Albert Einstein biopic. Maybe
Oh, there
we
we go,
get
we know
Mark
he's real.
involved, and this would be something
Yeah.
that we could work
I
on.
love that.
because the public domain issues over Albert Einstein's life, I think, have been fully figured out. Now
Have
it's
they?
time for filmmakers
I didn't
to
know there
have
was
a
an
chance
issue with that.
never had a chance to make these movies before.
Wow.
All right, your rating on Oppenheimer.
Seems great.
I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn,
5 bags?
and
No
we're
way,
going
man.
to
Crazy.
put some up and butter on those bags
Up in
to make
butter.
sure that it's a satisfying movie
Genius.
popcorn experience.
What does that say
Well, that would
down
be
there?
interesting to see. When I first saw the Oppenheimer,
Why didn't Tim
for a
think it was
second
getting
I thought
nuked?
we're talking about Orville Redenbacher.
Orville Redenbacher, yeah.
Who?
But then it was
Who
cleared
the
up
fuck
pretty
is
quickly.
Orville Redenbacher?
No, but up and butter, I hope you had some on your popcorn, which is just what Oppenheimer heads are calling the butter.
Oppenheimer heads.
Get it on the popcorn at this
There's a
movie.
lot of them.
Well, then, the big competitor to Oppenheimer was Barbie.
Wasn't a competitor.
Barbie suffers a crisis that leads her to question her world and her existence.
This was a pretty
directed
good
by
film. I
Greta
liked it.
Gerwig, starring
Had a very cool vibe
Margot
about it.
Robbie. That's two names there,
Popcorn
two first
mascot,
names.
that's him.
Ryan Gosling and
Oppenheimer.
Issa
Fucking hell.
Rae. This
Imagine
is the
they
story of
marketed
Barbie
that
the doll.
Open butter.
A kids movie, essentially.
No, I don't know.
Again,
what that
another
is.
kids movie that
Human Charlie the Gin.
everybody talked about.
Oppenheimer
I didn't
the butter.
see. I didn't
Jesus.
see it.
That's what I think it was. Well.
I was.
That was his legacy after he fucking invented a nuclear bomb that decimated fucking half of Japan. He just started selling butter and popcorn and stuff like that.
I'll rate
An
it
honest
twice,
living.
but you should have seen it because it was one of the biggest movies of the
Barbie
summer,
was
right
good.
up there
I
with
thought it was
Indiana
good.
Jones and Meg 2 and Oppenheimer. This was one of the big
Very
four.
interesting
and
film.
it
Very
was a
interesting
fantastic movie. I
aesthetic
think
about it.
you know,
It's
people
very
can spend time in
subversive. You
factories
know, it's not the
making
kind of thing you'd
plastic
expect from a
dolls,
Barbie
and
movie.
they end up in the landfill. Or you could
Very
spend your
interesting.
time making movies. So
Movies.
Mattel, you finally got it right, and hopefully we're going to see more movies like this. I know there's the
They're planning a bunch of
Play-Doh
them.
movie, and there could be a Mr. Potato Head movie I'm hearing about, and the long-rumored Captain Crunch movie, which is sort
I
of
bet they're
a dream
talking about doing a Hot Wheels movie or something. That'd be pretty fucking cool. I'd watch a Hot
Project.
Wheels film.
And I have an announcement, but we have been working on pre-production ideas and concepts
on.
for the Pet Boys movie.
Oh,
Yes,
how
the
could you
Pet Boys
forget?
movie
The Pet Boys
Will be the
film.
granddaddy of them all.
Right. Well,
was
it'll be
Giamatto's
interesting to see what
gracious
happens
gift to
because the same way that Oppenheimer and Barbie kind
Oppenheimer.
of became a thing online where people are you going to go see Oppenheimer? Are you going to go see
Barbie?
Barbie?
Yeah,
You might see next summer a situation where you have
because of chemistry and nuclear. Yeah, it's like the Tim Story by Tim Story. You know, they could have had Tom Cruise, and he could have walked in dressed up as a big isotope at the opening of the film, and he didn't do it. I gotta say, they dropped the ball. That's worth taking a whole bag of popcorn off it, really, for not being marketed. They weren't marketing geniuses, really.
Boone
I think
competing with Deck of Cards. I mean,
Christopher Nolan
with,
could have dropped the ball there.
Pet Boys.
Pet
movie.
Boys.
Yeah.
Well,
Dropped the atom
Because
ball, if
that's
you will.
on my side of things. That's ramping up as well, and really, really happy with the script and Mark's commitment. I know there's been scheduling issues now between you and your Pet Boys production. I know that will get worked out, but the preference is and the priority is for the Baboon movie to get shooting as soon as
Love
possible.
Baboon.
Mark lost his phone, so it's very hard to get hold
Mark
of him
lost
now.
his
Well, we have
phone.
other ways of getting in touch with
Dilly-dally.
Mark, and and I know that his heart is in Baboon, and that's his
heart
priority.
is like a baboon's heart. Big
I'm
fucking
not
bean
exactly
thing.
sure how that plays into the Pet Boys production schedule, but I'm
Yeah, I
sure
wonder what they're
Mr.
gonna do there. I
Amato
wonder how they're
wants
gonna
to
do
see
Pet
all
Boys
these
and Baboon
projects
at the same
happen,
time. I wonder how
and
they're
he's
gonna
very
work that
excited
out.
about the Baboon
I wonder.
script, honestly. And I'm not sure where his thoughts are with the Pet Boys movie.
Well, baboons, I mean, that's cool. We've certainly had movies like that. King Kong, for instance, which
Yeah,
was one of the
good film.
all-time great
That was a
movie
good film,
franchises. And again, to come back to my original point, this is the summer where Hollywood skipped franchises. No King
What are
Kong
you
movie.
talking
When
about?
was the last time we had a summer like that? But I think
When was the last time we had a summer with no King Kong movie? Damn, let me fucking think, Greg.
Mark, if you're listening, I've been calling. I called his dead phone because then the phone was disconnected or whatever. I just get the message from Cricket saying this is not a working number, and then I
From
called
Crickets?
Mark's
What the fuck is
roommate,
that?
Jared, who I know,
Jared?
and who also seems to be having issues with his phone.
Who the
So
heck is
hopefully we get these
Jared?
movies
Never heard of
off the
Jared
ground
before.
and into the theaters for next
Mark
summer.
Well,
approached
my
roommate
production
Jared.
team through the Amato Group, and they've got me together with some really, really talented people, have been in very regular touch with Mark. And
Do you have? Does he have? A new,
It's almost like, Mark
contact
doesn't
or a
want to
new
speak.
I
to
believe he
Greg.
does.
I wonder why that is.
Okay, I'll get that from you after we're done taping.
I
Okay.
don't personally have it. He's been in touch with our line producer, and
Line producer, wow.
I'm not sure what his schedule is right now. Let's talk
Oh,
about
really?
Teenage Mutant
Cricket's there,
Ninja
I don't
Turtles Mutant Mayhem.
This looked cool.
And this
I
was
need to
another
watch
big,
this. This
again,
looked
disproving
really
your
cool.
original thesis today about
Yeah, there's another
no
one.
franchises. This very much is a franchise, directed by Jeff Rowe.
There's a couple of
animation style
Renegade
looks
ones, but
really
if you
cool.
have no Star Wars, no Hobbit, no Lord of the Rings,
You made your
No,
point. I think
no
it was
Toy Story.
a
You're being
half-baked
solid,
point.
Greg.
Written by Seth Rogen. Oh, and Seth Rogen stars
Seth Rogen
as
wrote it?
is in this movie as well. Directed by,
Interesting.
starring
Look at that.
Mitch Abbey, Shaman Brown, Nicholas Cantu. This might be my favorite movie. It's kind of a
I like that they made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually teenagers as well, because a lot of the time they're very much obviously voiced by adults, so they're way older than they probably should be, because they are teenagers. Like, that's in the name after all, you know what I mean?
a sleeper this year, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A lot of fun. It's
It
good
looks
to see
great.
them
The
back.
animation style looks really,
Obviously,
really cool.
it's an irreverent, really good time.
yeah, a lot of laughs. It's definitely a
Reverent.
comedy.
Those
They have
big
yet to
words,
do
man.
the fully dramatic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie,
That would
but
be
maybe
cool.
sometime in the future. For now,
They could if they did a film adaptation of that one, The Last Ronin, the comic book that they did. I didn't read it. I'd like to. That'd be quite interesting, where it's like all the turtles are dead except one, and you don't know which one it is, because the whole film's not the film. The comic's like, yeah, the turtle's got like a black mask, so you don't know which turtle it is, and then you find out by bit which ones are dead and which ones survived. You know, I think it was quite obvious though. I think you could imagine which one would have lived. You know.
this is
I won't
something that you
spoil
could
in
go
case
to.
anyone is interested.
As
in
you
that,
mentioned earlier, kids movies. I wouldn't call it a kids movie, but
pretty
you
could
cool. Definitely take.
Cool
it
No,
for
I mean,
kids.
listen, this
You
is
could bring
not
a
for
kid
this
to
is not for kids. This was
Well,
really one of the more violent, disturbing films I've seen in
Disturbing?
a long time.
What's he
It's
talking
a
about?
lot of fun, but it's
Bit
I would
more
not
raunch.
think I wouldn't recommend this to anyone under
Mutant
21.
Raunch Mayhem.
Real. I
Raunchy
would
mayhem.
recommend this to anyone 3 years and up. So there's violence, but these are mutant ninja turtles. So they're
Yeah,
known.
it's not
Of course,
crazy.
ninja is a martial art.
And they got
So
blades.
they're going to be doing. There's
Well,
going to
one,
be
two of
some
them have
kicking and
blades.
some
Yes, but this
Nunchucks.
was
Covered up
gore
with
and violence like I've never seen before.
That's
Again,
gore
I had
by
an
comfort character I've
issue
never seen before. It's like
dis-
Saw.
discerning what was real and what was not real in this film,
Oh, for Christ's sake.
and many moments of pure terror.
He's
First
so
of all, the
afraid.
concept of these turtles, which I can now appreciate, aren't real, and there's no real expectation that turtles will mutate into something like this.
what the
I don't
fuck are you
think that's
talking
something
about?
that anyone is going to worry about.
Are they?
I was worried about that during the film,
Is he
which
yapping
heightened
about?
everything for me.
You're a maniac, Tim.
Well, again, I'm wondering how much of these movies you're actually seeing. I think if you were to go to a pond and sprinkle some magic movie dust on a regular
Magic
turtle,
of the
you'd find
movies.
it was not an interesting experience for you. So leave it to Hollywood to actually have true movie dust that they have that you don't have.
Movie dust.
To actually
Love movie
animate
dust,
turtles
there
in
you
a
go.
way that's interesting for everybody. And again, disregard his age recommendations. I think that's based on something else entirely. This is a movie for all ages. And when I saw it, I actually
Greg.
saw a guy there who looked like he was probably in his 80s, and he seemed to be. Having a great time.
Yeah, I
And
would
he
be,
was there
would be
with his,
surprised at that.
grandkids, I'm assuming.
That's cute.
Maybe his great grandkids. I don't know, but they
I don't
were
know either.
laughing. He was laughing,
That's
and
sweet.
people
That's so nice.
gave this movie quite a bit of applause when it ended. And
Well, let me
I
ask you
need to
this:
see it. It's on the
Do you
list.
think this
Need to add it to my letterbox list later.
do you think there's a road to Oscar here?
Hey, Head the Ballington. That's a great ass name. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. A new face. How are we? Welcome, welcome. We're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Rangoing the reviews. Don't know what that is. Just Rango. I like that. Is Rango not fucking that little lizard character? Johnny Depp. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for liking. Make sure to like the stream if you haven't yet already and you're tuned in. Thank you very much. Yeah, man. Movie dust is like fucking movie magic dust is like you gotta get that shit from fucking Mexican cartels at this point. It's that hard to get that with your Fent, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Oscar needs to step it up and be more inclusive. And
Oscar.
by that, I mean
agree.
a movie like this, it's an all ages movie. I don't think you've seen these types of movies getting nominated recently, and that's a shame. So I think there's a road, but they're going to have to consider which movies are actually working and which are not working. And this one
excuse
works.
me.
This is a 5 bag of popcorn movie, and I'm going to
Holy
throw in
gee.
a little bowl of turtle soup.
Turtle soup.
All right, I will also throw
Is that
in
real?
5 bags of popcorn
Why
here.
turtle soup?
And
I've heard
you
of
know,
turtle soup
listen,
before. It's not real, is it?
I disagree. I think don't go if you're faint of heart. If you're under 21, stay away because
If you're
this is
under 21,
some
don't go and see
very
the Ninja
terrifying-
Turtles movie.
They're very
You're a fucking
terrifying. A lot
weirdo,
of
Phil.
fun, a lot of funny jokes, but certainly some true terror.
True
the likes of
horror,
which
true
I don't
blood
think
and
I've ever
guts.
seen.
Yeah, I was never scared during this movie. I thought it was
Yeah, but Greg, you're a movie critic.
a comedy, but it did
Again,
have some
we're
elements
we're-
of drama and action.
We're in
and-
circular conversation here. And,
Yeah, we're not getting that
and
conclusion. Let's
that's
just move
not
on,
helpful
man.
for anyone. All I say is, if you trust me, stay away, unless you're very,
If
very
you're a Tim head,
Why did you
go
steel-headed.
watch
5
it
bags of
unless you're
popcorn?
21.
because
and
it's
up.
just a
Stay away.
well done film, and it's a moving film. It moved me to tears,
Okay.
and literally scared the shit out of me, like literally.
Scared
but
the
I-
shit.
I went to a packed screening as they
I would
all
could
were
never, I
for
don't know
this
if I could
movie.
eat a
Listen,
turtle.
I'm not.
Like, I'm not the guy where it's like you shouldn't eat certain animals. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, if you're gonna eat cows and chickens and sheep, you know, you can go to the Mulan Dog Festival in China and eat a dog. I guess. I mean, I don't know if I would, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. But it's like, you know, I wouldn't eat a turtle, but I'm not gonna attack someone for eating a turtle. Depends on how you do. You know, I wouldn't eat like shark fin soup because apparently the way they do that is awful. Like, you know, they cut the fin off the shark and they just let it out into the water, that kind of thing. Giant Galapagos tortoise bad England for study. That's fucking awful. Why did he do this kind of shit, man? Why would they not just leave it alone? It's a big dude in a shell, for crying out loud. Turtle shell. Turtle shells, I do like turtle shells in general. The turtles are very cute little critters, man. I do love a turtle very much. They're very sweet. Never paint a turtle shell because it will kill them. Turtles don't like, because they're, people think that they're just in, like a snail, like a house, but it's not. They're fucking connected to. They've got nerves and stuff in their shell, and they can feel things. Don't paint them because that's cruel. Unless the shell is separated from the body and it's fucking dead, you can do that all you want. That sounds cool. And turtle shell would be nice to own. Buttered beef. I mean, fair, you know, like I say, I'm not you know, if you want to eat a fucking turtle, who am I to tell you no? But it's not the kind of thing I would eat. I wouldn't eat a turtle myself because I like turtles. I like doros. I mean, I like cows, but you know, I'll eat a cow. They're bred to be it, man. Fuck them.
You
but
had your experience. I'm sharing mine.
But there was
I
a
don't
there
think
was a
there's a
girl who was
reason-
like 4
Oh,
or
shit, we're
5
getting
years
heated here
old
now.
sitting in front of me, and she wasn't crying. She wasn't scared. She was just laughing and enjoying the movie. So I
All right.
Well, Tim's a very
totally
sensitive
100%
man.
disagree.
You can disagree. You're on record of disagreeing. That's
Jeez.
fine. Let's move on.
But
I-
you're
I-
making
you know,
it
you're
so that
starting
these
to
kids
aggravate
are
me
going to
here.
miss this movie
This
because
is
you're
starting to
giving
get
bad
aggravating to me.
information.
This is starting to
I'm
get
sorry,
aggravated.
This is starting to get aggravating because you're discounting my personal experience,
Yeah, it's not
and
fair,
that's a
man.
no-no.
So should
That's a
kids
no-no.
not see Mary Poppins now?
Mary Poppins did not have
Mary
violence
Poppins
or
doesn't
blades.
have mutated turtles running through the city, creating tremendous amounts of violence and hurting a lot of people.
Yeah, come on now.
If you don't see the difference there, I don't know what to tell you. Can we talk about Meg 2?
But it does
Totally
have
like that.
witchcraft essentially because there's a broom.
No, a witch. She's a mystical being.
Do you want to talk about Meg 2, The Trench, or not?
Yes.
Because we
God.
could shut this down right now.
Oh
And
my
tear up
god.
that fucking
Shut
pledge
this down right now.
and erase everything we just recorded.
Chill out,
Is
man.
that what you want?
Well, I'd like you to erase the parts where you tell people not to go see the Teenage Mutant
I
Ninja
didn't- I
Turtles.
said-
Like, Greg
I
doesn't,
I
Greg doesn't
tell
back
people
down
not
from
to
it,
go.
man.
I said, go if you're over a certain age.
Yeah.
So
over
21 and
you
over.
could be old enough to join the military
Oh my
or to
God.
vote, but not to see this movie, according to you.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's
and
the way I
Mutant
feel. All right, let's
All
talk
right,
about
go.
Meg 2. This is a sequel to Meg 1,
Ninja. Jesus
directed
Christ.
by Ben Wheatley,
Speaking of shark
directed
fin
by,
soup,
starring Jason Statham, Jing Woo, Shuya Shosho Koka, Soshia.
I do love megalodon sharks. They're really fucking cool. Extinct creatures. Love this idea. It's just like a perfect, great white shark, just massive. That's insane to me.
Shuya Sophia K.
So cool,
and this
man.
is a research team
Imagine if
encounters
they were
multiple
still
threats
alive.
while
That's
exploring the
fucking
depths of the
terrifying.
ocean, including a
at
malevolent mining operation.
Malevolent.
And this is Meg 2, The
I
Trench.
mean, look at that fucking sucker.
This, from what I've been hearing from you during this discussion, feels like this might be your movie of the year.
Definitely my
to the
movie
trench.
of the summer. I have to wait, and of the spring and of late winter as well. So far, movie of the year, but I have to wait because, as you know, there are quite a few more movies
Yeah,
coming
year's not
out.
over yet.
in
We've got more
September,
movies to watch.
October, November, and December. So it would be premature to give it that award.
But so far, this is topping Indiana Jones and The Haunted Mansion and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and all the rest.
You never want to compare movies. It's like comparing apples and oranges to compare this to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But
Yeah.
I do think this is
Reasonable
a
date
fantastic
there.
movie. I'm going to once again say I don't care how old you are, see this movie. There's no
I don't know about that.
age limit built into
I'm
the
sure there's
rating
an age limit
system.
for this
When
film.
you're trying to say don't go see a movie till it's 21, that's
Well,
called
let
an
me push
X-rated.
back on that
That's
because
called
there
an
is-
X-rated.
This is a
Oh, God, that's not an
PG-13
X.
movie.
Drop
Yeah,
it
but
already.
that's
That
not
is an
X.
age limit.
Drop
No,
it.
because you can go. You just have to go with a parent or guardian.
Why is Greg encouraging kids to go see a film about a man-eating giant shark that kills people?
They don't want a 3-year-old to knock on the door of the movie theater. A lot of these movie theaters now have homeless encampments, things like that. You don't
What?
send a 3-year-old to go to a movie by themselves. So that's why you have
Homeless
PG-13.
encampments.
It's saying, be careful. This neighborhood is sketchy. Bring a parent to
that's
the
great.
theater with this child.
All right. Well, this came out fairly recently, and I just couldn't do it. I saw
Homeless
the trailer.
encampments are so funny.
I said, nope, I'm staying away.
Because of the water.
It's
The
ridiculous.
water was an issue. The shark, is it a shark? It's some kind of
There's a shark.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but it's
It's a
But this
shark.
very,
isn't
very
Jaws.
disturbing.
This isn't Jaws 3D. You're not putting on glasses and being scared out of your skin.
See, that's what
This is
that's
a-
what you're not
Oh,
appreciating
God,
is
oh, May, here
that
we go.
is my experience in the film in the theater this summer. It's new for me.
Tim feels he's not
Okay.
being taken seriously.
This is a
everyone else.
new
He's
experience
scared
due to
about it, man.
something
He's
going
worried
on
about it.
with my physiology.
Physiology.
That's now, I think, resolving itself, and
Nope.
I've been able to watch certain things without this very tactile experience. This very
Why is he
tactile
throwing out all
feeling
these big
I get.
words? Tactile.
So it is that feeling of being in 3D, of wearing the 3D glasses, even and more
Wowee.
so, much more so.
Much
Take
more so.
VR,
You're in
take
the film.
the
You're in
VR
the film
experience,
experience.
and multiply it by
You're like
100.
actor in it, except
I'd
it's
love
real.
to do that. And if there's a theater that's screening it in a way that replicates your experience, I think that would be a very popular theater.
No.
Because
No.
No,
No.
it's not popular. It won't
Tim
be
got real
hard.
upset.
It's not.
100 would be very popular.
Well,
The fact that Greg would suggest someone should go through what Tim went through is incredibly upsetting and distressing.
no, you do
Even
not
th-
want to have a direct experience. The feeling I had that I was drowning during Little Mermaid was one of the worst experiences of my
forget
entire
about that.
life.
Yeah, but you weren't
Drowning.
drowning, and from a moviegoer's point of view,
The
we're looking
appearance of
for
drowning-
things like 3D and VR to make these movies even more exciting than they already are.
Ask-
Would
ask-
you, would
ask
you
a-
go to the Jaws 3?
Yeah, man, he's like a performance artist, you know? He's becoming the art. He's becoming the cinema. You know, he is cinema. He's walking. He's a great movie.
3D and take the glasses off and put them in the trash because you were afraid you might get a little bit scared?
Well, ask a detainee, an Abu Ghraib detainee, or whatever it was,
Whatever. What?
the prison for terrorists.
Like Alcatraz, Escape from Alcatraz. Is
No, the
Escape from Alcatraz. That was a podcast episode. That's one of the first ones.
ask them about
When they're in-
waterboarding.
When they were in San Francisco, it's a beautiful city. Walking around here, San Francisco, reviewing Escape from Alcatraz.
and explain to them that it's not they're not drowning. That's the feeling I had during The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
That's not a good feeling.
But you were at a movie
What's he
theater
talking about?
watching a movie. You were not being detained.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to
You can
get us
leave any
through,
movie
man.
at any time. The people that do, I think, are foolish, but you are allowed to.
Well,
there's no restriction.
to the degree by which I felt so disoriented and lost,
Little Mermaid.
dying The idea of me trying to get out of that movie theater seemed about as impossible as anything.
Oh,
It was,
wow.
I was trapped.
Is that what he was trying to fucking say? Guamano Mobe? Is that what he was trying to fucking say there? I was not getting that at all.
And
I
it was
was
not a
not
feeling I
picking up
want
on
to
that.
ever experience again. And the thought
The
that you
prison
want
for
to
terrorists.
inject that experience into
That's
the
great.
mass movie going public
How dare you?
shows me
That's
that you have a sick
terrifying.
mind.
You have a sick mind.
Well, yeah. So the people.
Oh, this whole thing. He's so affected by this. Fight he was drowning while watching The Little Mermaid. The fact that you want people to experience that shows me you have a sick mind. Oh, this recap is incredible, man.
That invented 3D
It's
have a
so
sick mind.
fucking funny.
IMAX. You think IMAX?
This is nothing compared to
You have a
IMAX.
Well,
sick
this is
mind.
exactly what IMAX is shooting
Oh,
for, is
wow.
to get you totally absorbed in the movie so that you're
All right,
feeling these thrills and
great.
chills. And Dolby sound, that's what that's about.
We love
Hollywood
Dolby.
has spent untold millions of dollars trying to create these experiences, and
So
you're
for-
going to them and claiming that this is a bad thing?
A bad thing? Question mark.
I hope this passes, and I hope I can go watch movies as a regular Joe, and I don't need them.
Regular Joe.
ex-
Yeah, I know. Like, because I remember when he was starting to talk about this. It's the next season that comes out on Cinema on Demand. It's the knockout, or the blood, sweat, and tears. The whole world. He talks about that. He talks about how he can't experience films properly anymore because he feels like it's real. But I didn't know. I didn't know this is the beginning of it. Was this recap, which is so funny. The way it's like so deep about it is incredible.
accentuated and elevated
so
through
funny.
more. I want to watch it with my eyes and hear it with my ears, and that's it. I don't want
They
to
do some great,
experience what's
like they've been
happening on
doing
the
it
screen
since the beginning of the
at a visceral
podcast, so
level.
they can
All
still
right,
do
that's and I
Well,
think
then
I'm on
watch
the
them
road.
on tape on your little TV, because at the theater, that's why we go. That's why
That's why we go.
IMAX is the
Become
biggest
part of the
company.
movies.
All right, you're not getting
that there is
my
these days,
personal
because
experience.
people-
That's okay. You have
When
no.
I go to the IMAX, there's a line around the block, and you can't even get tickets. You have to buy them in advance.
You're fundamentally not understanding the
Fundamentally.
very, very real and very hard experience.
Yeah, he's got a disease,
that
man.
happened to
He's
me
got
over the summer,
affliction.
going to multiple films, and that's okay. That's not
Fine, yeah.
something in your character that you're able to do. That's okay. So
Well, that's
let's
good
just
of you,
wrap
Tim,
this
to
up.
let that go.
Your rating on Meg 2.
I'm going to give it.
How many bags could that possibly be? What would be the worst movie to watch via Tim's condition? That's such a good question, Anthony. That's such a good question. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Saw. That would be pretty horrific if you feel like you were in Saw. I wouldn't like that very much at all. Although you'd probably think that you weren't in the trap. You were just watching someone in a trap, and you couldn't help them. I guess so. That's not too bad. You're not the one that's getting tortured. I guess. But Saw would be pretty bad, like to watch. Well, I guess literally Sausage Party. Yeah, it's a bad one, man. Jeez, imagine like running around. There's a food item. That's terrifying. Terrifying. Well, I guess like any film that has water, like Tim was saying, like fucking jeez, The Deep would be pretty terrifying. The Abyss, sorry, that'd be fucking horrifying, wouldn't it? That would be terrifying. God, the possibilities are just endless. The Exorcist. I'd hate to be in that room. I'd hate to be there in the cold, dark room while a fucking demon lady's like puking on me and shit. That'd be terrifying. There's so many, man. Saw would be a very bad one though, I think.
Well, 5 bags of popcorn.
I wouldn't
for
like
Meg
that
2.
very much, to be fair.
Very
Tim's got
good.
a point.
I'm abstaining. I didn't see
Abstaining.
it.
So then
I'm
I'm
staying
giving it
away.
another 5 on your behalf for
Cool,
a
double
total of
5.
2 sets of 5 bags.
Okay, well that sounds like it's the. I think I'm not doing the. I can't do all the math here, but I think that's the highest rated film
No, it's not.
of the summer.
It's not, but okay.
From us.
Definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
All right. This is any
All right.
final thoughts on the summer? Anything you want to add? Anything you want to communicate to the audience?
I'd like to say that sometimes it can be dangerous to give somebody a mouthpiece where they start trying to undercut what
What is Greg trying to
Hollywood
say here?
movie magic is all about, which is drawing you into an experience and having a great time, forgetting your problems for a few hours, and
Very
really
nice.
feeling
Well
in
put.
your very bones and in your very soul what the filmmakers
Wow,
wanted you to
Greg,
feel
man, that's
through the John Williams
beautiful.
score that we hear in the Indiana Jones, which goes through
Very
Dolby Sound,
aptly put
and you
from
actually
Greg there.
are in it. At the IMAX theaters, you're actually in it. And I think it's interesting. It's almost like you've never been to a movie before and you're a caveman from the 1700s and suddenly has this
A caveman from the 1700s? What the fuck did he just say? A caveman from the 17... That's funny, we actually just mentioned the 1700s just there. How weird's that? Das Boot. I've heard of Das... I don't know if I've ever seen Das Boot. That could be a pretty bad one, right? Avengers, imagine being in space or something, man. Fuck that. Be scary shit. Imagine fucking seeing Thanos in space and you're just like choking on air because you have no air. That'd be horrible. Star sperm or German submarine. Yeah, that wouldn't be very good. 30,000 leagues under the sea. That'd be horrible. Oh, the 128 hours or something like that. I know the one you're talking about. It's the one that James Franco did. It was that biopic. 124 hours or something like that. I remember that film. That was based on a true story. That would be fucking awful too. You're just stuck in this crevice with him the whole time. That'd be awful. Oh, Anthony, if you've got claustrophobia, there is a film that you would despise, man. It's a Ryan Reynolds film. What is the name of it? Are you freeze instantly? Yeah, you know. I'm being flippant there, I guess. Forgot about that. I'm thinking about fucking planets like Total Recall where their eyes just pop out, that kind of thing. When you're on ground, as opposed to being in the middle of a vacuum of space, you know? Let me find this film quickly. I'm talking about. Hang on. I think it's in here somewhere. It's a Ryan Reynolds film, and it's called. It is called. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, God. Oh, it's called Buried. Surprise, surprise. It's a 2010 film, 95 minutes long, and it's the entire film is literally Ryan Reynolds buried alive in a coffin, and that's the entire film. It's just him in a coffin, and that's it. He's just stuck in there, and he's only got like a lighter and a phone that doesn't work. You might hate that. That'd be a pretty bad film to feel like you're in. Good movie though. Quite surprising how much I enjoyed it.
Experience and is a little bit scared by it. But for those of us who attend movies regularly, what you're describing is not only common, but it's a good thing. 5 bags of popcorn.
All right.
What?
Well, let me just rebut that slightly. I appreciate that. This is an issue that that came and I hope is going.
Really good,
so
man.
I'm not trying to talk anybody out of seeing anything.
Real nicely
Unless
shot. It's a great idea.
You're
like films
of
that really
age
do
where
that
I
for
don't think
one
certain movies are
location and
appropriate
make
for
it
you,
work.
like the Teenage Mutant Ninja
The
Turtles.
Breakfast Club.
But I am in.
Always better. Have you seen it? Yeah, I would say it was definitely up there, man. Really surprised at how, you know, he was in, especially because he's the only guy in the whole film. Obviously, like it doesn't leave this coffin; it's just him throughout the whole thing, and he carries it from through his performance alone. So yeah, definitely shows he's a very capable actor. I think in films like that for sure.
I'm on a road to being able to see movies again the way they're meant to be, not
Thank God, Tim.
fully immersed in them, but certainly immersed in them enough
And
to
not be
enjoy
terrified.
them. All right, folks, that's our summer recap. Many
Loved
thanks
it.
to film expert Greg Turkington
Thank
for
you,
joining
Greg.
me today. All these movies are currently in theaters, so you can check them out now.
Excellent.
And we'll see you
See
next
them in
time.
IMAX.
See them in IMAX.
them in IMAX.
They're available in IMAX now if you live near an IMAX theater. Thanks for
do.
joining us, and all the best.
Thanks, Tim. Cool. That was it, folks. Human Centipede. That'd be pretty bad as well. If you have to watch watch all that shit happen. You feel like you're part of the Centipede, man. Fuck that. Specifically, like the third one, I think would be pretty awful. Because the third one's got like fucking like 100+ people, always a centipede for some fuck all reason. Ridiculous. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close this out, I think, with some Our Cinema movie birthdays. I think we're going to do that. Yep. I think these will be the last few pieces here to wrap it up. How many have we got that we can watch? Episode 2. Aye. See how far in these go. But they're all 2023, so I think we're going to be good to go with these. Trying to stick with the timeline here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been very difficult. Yeah, we're going to watch Our Cinema movie birthdays, everybody. Which is another exciting segment from Greg Turkington's very own Our Cinema. So this is entirely a Greg Turkington production. We're going to be celebrating the birthdays of popcorn classics, which is very exciting. I hope you're all ready to celebrate the birthdays of some classic films. With episode 1, which released on the 3rd of November 2023. Let's see what the first movie birthday is. Exciting. Hey, popcorn cake. We love to see it.
Guys, welcome to Cinema.
Whoa. Jeez, I wasn't ready for that. We didn't even get the full hey guys there. We just got guys. Bit quiet.
Guys, welcome
guys.
to On Cinema and Our Cinema. We're actually combining forces for this new segment.
Combining forces. That's how exciting this is. There he is, president of VFA, Our Cinema, and chief movie export for High Network. Okay.
Called Movie Birthdays.
Movies birthdays.
And we've gotten a lot of requests for a segment of this nature. And
been waiting for a segment
we put
like
our
this.
expertise into action and put together this segment, which is going to be one of the most popular segments on the High Network.
I already know it.
In movie circles, basically.
Where'd he go?
Film buffs and people like that will be talking about it.
Okay, where is he?
On this segment, we wish a happy birthday to various movies when they reach that special milestone. Today, we're wishing happy birthday to Richie Rich's Christmas Wish, which actually turns 25 years old.
What is that?
Why
are we zooming into the code? Okay.
Released on November 3rd, 1998,
wow.
which made a lot of people's Christmas wishes come true that year. David Lee Gallagher took on the role he was born to play.
Okay.
Richie Rich, the world's richest kid.
Jesus.
Marla Maples and Martin Mull also star in this movie. Two actors with double M names, which is interesting when you consider that the movie Richie Rich also has a double letter name.
That's crazy.
Richie Rich. And then there's an actor in this movie, Richard
looks like a seal.
Real.
Or walrus type dude.
Sergeant Mooney. So a lot of double letters in this one.
Wow,
it's a fun movie. It's kind of a blend of
I love that VHS
comedy
crunch,
with
man. That's
some
sick.
Family elements and also some
Our Cinema's good. Man, I'd love to know who they were hiring to get this shit done. No bet I could do this.
A little bit of adventure and a tiny bit of romance. It's 83 minutes.
83 minutes.
So a little shorter than we like.
Yeah,
the first
not
Richie
great.
Rich movie was 96 minutes. So
what was the one with Macaulay Culkin in it?
That was a little short, and I feel like they probably should have learned their lesson the first time around and added some more running time to this one. But if you watch them together, the combined running time is 179
fucking drive me nuts.
which is the exact same running time as Beau is Afraid, which is a popcorn classic.
Beau is Afraid? I've not seen that yet.
From 2023. So pop up some happy birthday popcorn and take a look at Richie Rich's Christmas Wish. Happy birthday to Richie Rich's Christmas Wish and to everyone involved from all of us here at Our Cinema.
It's Our Cinema, Greg. Yep. See you later, Greg. Fading into the fucking red. That was beautiful. Wow. What an incredible movie birthday. Richie Rich's fucking Christmas. What bullshit. Wow. I can't wait to see what film is next in episode 2. What could it possibly be? What could it possibly do? 10th of November, everybody. Let's find out. This is gonna get really fucking old really fucking fast. He's Louise. Just looping the same song over and over again.
Hey guys, welcome to another installment or episode, as we call them, of Cinema's birthday classics, movie birthdays.
Whoa. Was this fucking edited on iMovie or something? I recognise that font and I recognise that thing because I used to use iMovie like when I was just starting to make videos, like way back in the day when I just started this channel. When I'm making shit on my fucking iPad, it was garbage. I used iMovie for a lot of it. And this reminds me of iMovie right now.
happy birthday to various movies.
In
this case, November 10th is upon us, and a lot of people already have this marked on their calendars, I hope, if you're a movie buff.
It's right here.
November 10th is actually the 90th birthday of Goodbye Love.
Wow, Goodbye Love. I love that film.
Turning
Hence
90
the name.
years old today.
It is. Very small.
November 10th, 1933, so not a lot of cast members left to celebrate this milestone.
Edward
Van
Sloan.
It's not their birthday, it's the movie's birthday.
Movie's birthday, that's what matters.
Goodbye Love is about a couple of divorced husbands who gamble away the alimony money. So kind of a somber theme to this movie, but it is more of a comedy than anything, with some dramatic elements and a little bit of romance and even some mystery. If you're a mystery fan, you want to check this one out. Charlie Ruggles stars Phyllis Berry from...
I can't answer you, Greg.
Scotland.
He leaves a gap as if anyone's gonna fucking answer him.
And?
Bonnie, Scotland. Hey, that's my movie right there. That's my film. No shit. Laurel and Hardy in Scotland. That's crazy. Interesting.
Step Lively Jeeves. Now, we lost Phyllis in 1954. This is one of her best performances, not one of her last. She went on to make another 32 movies after this.
Interesting.
Now, though the film is a little bit short at 67 minutes,
where'd the music go?
That's very
very
typical of the time. Back in 1933, a lot of movies were shorter than they should have been. So this is one you'll need to watch twice for a total of 134 minutes.
Yeah, make it a bit more
5 minutes shorter than As Good as It Gets.
As Good as It Gets.
Classic. That one's starring Jack Nicholson.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Goodbye Love.
Happy birthday, Goodbye Love from all the people at Our Cinema by Greg. Just disappeared and then it goes. Oh, what the fuck is this? One outro. Wow, man. Production quality is going insane on this shit. Thanks, Our Cinema Productions. Incredible. Incredible hard-hitting journalism right here, man, I must say. There it goes. Yep. And is that it? Okay. Wow, it was incredible. I wonder what other movie birthdays we have to celebrate today. Let's find out. Oh, wow. Is it this one? Valmont? Let's find out. 17th. Man, this is all just getting thrown out in November. Well, the funniest. I don't know if that's the funniest gag, but fair enough. It's a competitor. The Happy Birthday music gag, I guess. Sure, if you want to say that. I've missed all the other comments, but you know. Yeah, more quality insight on films, I agree. Something's wrong with I can't wait to hear what's going on with the audio. I don't know what's going to happen with the audio here. Oh my god. Where's the cake? No movie cake this time? Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of On Cinema Happy Birthdays to Movies.
Okay.
This is a very special edition because it's Happy Birthday to a movie that's very much loved in the film buff community, Valmont.
Valmont!
November 17th, 1989. It turns 35 years old today.
Beautiful.
This tape actually is celebrating acquisition day or a birthday of sorts. No, this is the newest tape that we've added to the collection.
No way. That's a fresh tape in the VFA. That's exciting. Yeah.
We have other copies of it in the past.
See the green screen fucking flickering back there.
So we acquired this one, which is about as clean a copy of Valmont as you could ever hope.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the cover there, and it's fucking cardboard's flaking away. Whoa! Holy shit!
Cover, passion, sensuality, pleasure, sin. So it does have some adult themes, some romance.
Fucking Yoko Ono? What the fuck is that?
A little bit of adventure.
Oh my!
And even a touch of action. Not a lot of comedy in this, and zero science fiction or horror.
Well,
this
sucks.
is a movie that could have been a true story, but it's not.
I can see what the audio issues coming in here.
And it stars Peter Finch. It's kind of, as I said, an adult drama. So. Because it's about
what's going on with the music,
seduction, and some incest themes. This is.
Are you going to listen to the podcast version of next season? I've not even listened to them before because I genuinely actually thought I didn't know that was a thing. It all drowns out in ads. I had no idea. I literally thought they were just actually going in and just doing the same thing again for some reason. I didn't think they were going to be doing anything extra. But if that is the case, I will be listening to the podcast version as well as the video version. If there's something to see there, if there's something different, and if there is, and it sounds like there is, I will. But I've never listened to it before, so that's going to be exciting.
Not something I'd recommend to children. It is rated R.
Adult themes
so
are not appropriate
put
for
the
younger
kids
audiences.
aside. They're definitely welcome to celebrate the movie's birthday, but they shouldn't actually watch the movie until they reach the proper age. Which with rated R, they could go as long as they're with an adult. So
I can barely hear you, Greg.
The gray area.
I can hear you now.
But speaking of gray areas, how about a yellow area of your cake if you make a popcorn-shaped cake to celebrate with some yellow frosting with kind of a butter taste? Or you could skip the cake entirely and
It's
just
fucking
pop up
music.
some popcorn.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah,
anyway, there's still plenty of movies for kids to see, including Richie Rich's
It's
Christmas
fucking
Wish,
music,
which
man.
just turned 25. So if they're missing Valmont, set them up in front of that. Happy birthday,
Why is it
Valmont.
doing that? That's a pretty good gig. Is that Orion Cinemas? Yeah, I think that was Orion. Yep, okay. This is fucking ridiculous. Who passed on this edit? This is not the final cut. Whoa. Richie Rich. Jesus Christ. Oh, there he goes. Some technical issues there with the sound, it seems. Don't know what's going on quite there. And it's over. It's just an image of Richie Rich. Okay. Fuck me, man. Okay, this is the last offering for the evening, everybody. I think we're going to listen to or witness one more on Cinema Birthday. And then we'll return next week with some fucking Decker this time. So I'm going to be recording it. Hopefully that works. I'll give an update in the YouTube posts if it doesn't happen, but I think it'll be fine. Anyway, let's continue with episode 4. The 24th. This is all just November, man. Why would you celebrate November birthdays? Very strange. God almighty, I'm going to be hearing this in my nightmares tonight.
Hey guys,
hey
welcome
guys.
to yet another episode of the most popular show on the web.
It just fades in, just operates.
From our
if you're as rich as Richie Rich, what would your Christmas wish be? Be more rich.
It was a co-production
Richer
with
Rich.
On Cinema, but Tim asked that we drop that name from this show, which
Who's
is
Tim Heideck and
awesome.
Tim you want to see the
For
On
all of
Cinema
you,
name as well as
it's
our
a game
cinema.
because
Every
that
episode Happy
means
Birthday. The movie
if
celebrations
he
going forward.
isn't mad, then maybe we can actually
Fuck
do
them.
more of these. This is a
If On Cinema doesn't want this gold, this movie expertise gold, why should they have it? Let it be our cinema. Fuck them.
very special edition of
Another special
Happy
edition?
Birthday movies.
Oh, it's a
that,
different song?
Is
Oh my God.
about a movie that I think everybody
birthday
has
to the
seen and everybody
movies.
loves, and it's actually celebrating its 36th birthday today. 36 years old, almost a
36
year
years old
older
movie.
than last week's birthday movie, Valmont.
Crazy. 1
Actually
year older, it's nuts.
358 days older than Valmont.
Okay, what is
And
it?
this movie is Cocoon: The Return, which
What?
was born or released November 24th, 1988.
Everyone's seen
so
this
happy
film, apparently.
36th birthday. Cocoon is 36, or Cocoon: The Return is 36, but
The Return?
of course much of
Who
the
are these
cast
fucking
are
colliers?
much older than
That's
that
a
now,
fucking song.
or
They've got two
deceased in
songs
the
playing
case
together now.
of Don Amici.
Now very old or deceased. Okay.
Kind of a somber celebration of the birthday.
Somber
But
celebration.
we should still celebrate this birthday of this movie turning
This is
36.
chaos, man.
It's 116 minutes, so a very solid running time
What
there. And it's
is going
kind of a
on?
science fiction theme, as did the previous Cocoon. But this also has
What
elements
the
of
fuck,
drama,
man?
adventure, family, and even a little bit of romance.
What the
Definitely a cool
fuck
movie.
is that?
And I want to wish from all of us here at our cinema, happy birthday, Cocoon: The Return.
Huh? I feel sick. What the fuck just happened there, man? What the fuck was that? What film is that? That's insane. What the fuck did I just see? Okay, we're gonna leave. Fuck me sideways, man. That was terrifying. Okay, we're gonna wrap up now, folks. God almighty, that was fucked. What an ending to the movie birthdays, man. I mean, really. Okay, fellas. We're gonna wrap up now here. Sorry again that we didn't get to see some Decker action, but we could not have possibly anticipated that we couldn't watch it for some fuck all live streaming bullshit reason. But like I say, when I wrap up the stream, I'm gonna see about just recording them via OBS where we're not live, and then it should be fine. And if it is fine, then we'll just you know, we'll watch it. No way! Happy birthday to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. That's crazy. We got a movie birthday. Happy birthday from everyone at Klman on Klman and our cinema and on cinema productions. We're kind of joining forces for this segment here. That was a beautiful ending to a beautiful movie birthday celebratory moment. Excellent. But yeah, we'll try and get Decker sorted for next week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to change the thumbnail and all that kind of shit after the stream's done, so it's more reminiscent or representative of what we watched today, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm going to change the stream name again to live at the previews because we weren't at the cinema today. There we go. Get that done. And we'll change the thumbnail later. But yes, thank you all so much for tuning in. It was good to see you all. Sorry about the time off there, but I was just hunkered down on the script, and also it was far too fucking warm to be streaming, but the heat wave's pretty much gone now. It's still hot here in Scotland, but it's not like unbearable. But yeah, in the meantime, I'll just be cracking down on the script for the next career perspective. One of the incentives for memberships is going to be that you'll get exclusive behind the scenes looks at what's going on, because I like to keep the cards close to my chest often, but for members you'll be able to see. You'll get an idea of what the topic is for the video way ahead of time. You'll get to see some snippets of the script. You can read through it yourself and all this kind of stuff. And just more updates on what's going on in terms of research and what we're talking about and any interesting factoids I learn on the way. So yeah, you can read the script and stuff like that if you so wish. Drop links to like PDFs on Google Drive or something if anyone's interested in that sort of a thing. Yes, so in the meantime, I'm going to be setting up for memberships and stuff, and we'll get an update about that later on as well in a little video. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for tuning in. Anthony Comenia with the number 2 top fan. Good GG's, my brother. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, buddy. Leprechauner, number 3. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, buddy. Zab Bonfanti, number 1. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you sincerely for the $9.99 super chat before the stream even began. Sincerely appreciate, brother. Means a lot. Thank you. E.E. Wilson, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, buddy. Head the Bollington, new face there. Thanks for tuning in as well. Appreciate you dropping in and saying hello. And that's it. Excellent. We got everyone here. Yeah. Stay tuned for updates, everybody. I'll be posting on the posts tab and all that kind of shit, the stuff that I usually do. Keeping you up to date on what's going on in the channel. But yes, in the meantime, I'm gonna go. I'll see you all next week. And yeah, just I'll keep you posted. Keep you posted on shit that's going on. Alright. That sounds good. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to go.